There we go. We're online. Yes. All right. Let's let the troops in. Let's let them in here. Online. Yes. All right. Let's let the troops in. Woo. Big house tonight. Full house as always. All right. The game is changing. The game is due again. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for the new sauce? The big sauce? You know, you guys are starting to get the message lately that I'm nonstop about making everybody money, as you could tell. And it just gets better and better. Stay close, hang out here. It's night after night of cashing those crypto gains in, ladies and gentlemen, night after night. This guy doesn't disappoint, does he? We got new stuff all the time, best stuff actually all the time. And we're going to do some really cool stuff tonight. I'm going to show you guys something. Most of you have probably never seen, what I'm going to show you tonight.
Just as I'm going to go, I'm not going to get it out now.
I got to mute everybody here. Hang on a sec. What I want to say also is tonight is really special, and I'm going to wait. More people are coming in. Let's get them all in here, and then I'll get into it all. But it's actually really special tonight, and we've had a lot of deals and a lot of opportunities, and being early to them is kind of like obviously the sweet spot in life, right? And being early is always the best place to be. And so this doesn't actually get better than this today. And if you guys are familiar with an exchange in the world, and I know you are, called Binance. Well, when Binance started, they started at the beginning, and Binance was actually CZ from Binance went to school in Canada. He actually flipped hamburgers at McDonald's in Vancouver before he was the crypto billionaire king that he is today. So he went to school in Canada. His, Asian parents sent him to Canada for school. I'm in Asia, so a lot of the rich Asians, they send their kids to Canada for education because Canada got the best education. That's why I'm the smartest guy in the game. And then, he's flipping burgers at McDonald's, going to school, blah, blah, blah. And then fast forward years later, and this guy's the owner of Binance, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. Guy, there's no doubt about it. He's a smart guy. And so you think about Binance and you think about how it grew, and you think about the BNB token. And I remember when I bought the first BNB tokens when he first came out with the exchange, and they were like 10 cents. And now my BNB tokens are in the hundreds of dollars, and I never actually sold those. Like I kept them. Like I got a big stack of Binance investment, in my portfolio. And I always think back about when they started, how we started, and how I made all this money off the launch of that exchange, right? And then, through my travels of life, I've always wanted to be partnered with a crypto exchange. And in fact, Binance even offered me a job. Yes, for real. When I was in Dubai, because they have an office in Dubai, one of the chief of marketing something was at the dinner with us, and he met me and heard about me and Googled me and did all this stuff. And then the very next day, they emailed me a job offer. And because I don't want a job, I'm already retired, and I'm into network marketing. That's not really, I don't want a job. I was like, okay, well, I can't do this. I'm okay, right? I don't want to do this, but thank you. Thank you for the offer. I'm very grateful, right? And so that happened, and then I've always thought to myself, I need to partner with an exchange. We need more tools. If we're going to be the ultimate crypto citizens out here and we're going to take over the planet like we are, we need more tools. We need more partnerships. We need more, and there's just this thing, right? We just don't have enough. And so right now, I've been hunting for a long time to find the right partnerships, and I've been looking around for the right types of opportunities for everybody to win. And I just don't want to partner with any exchange, or I just didn't want to find any answer or any app. We need apps that, my whole family can make money with, right? And you guys understand how I work here. It's family first, money second. I think money is obvious, right? Walter, I'm making you co-host, and you are too, Marcos. And so, it's people first, money second, family first, money second. And so if I could get something that we could all win at, and make money with, then that was part of, you know, the reason. And then I also wanted to find an exchange that had superpower, right? And that's another reason, software wise. You guys know I'm super software centric guy. And then I wanted to have an exchange that actually had licenses in Canada. Yeah, we got one in Canada here now. And so I was like, okay, that's even better, since Binance is pulling out of Canada and Africa, and you can't use it in America. Like, what good is it? Like, what good is that shit if you can't even use it, right? And so we can use this anywhere, everywhere in the world, right? All my American friends, all my Canadian friends, all my African friends, everybody can be part of this, right? And then I wanted something that had money behind it, right? Like, you can't just get with any business that has no money, because they're not going to last, right? And so tonight's call, okay, is the first one we're doing. So you're going to bear with me too, because it's my first call. But next week, next Thursday, I'm going to have $30 US dollars USDT for everybody on the call for next Thursday. So next Thursday, everybody that's coming on the call is going to get $30 USDT in their exchange account from me. And you guys will be able to reap the rewards of that, okay? There is some criteria for that, so we have to get you guys a link. Everybody's going to have a link and a user ID from Surex, so you're going to need that. And then you're going to change your name on your video here in the Zoom for next week to your user ID. And then there's going to be one of the company representatives, my sidekick, who's going to be on here taking note of all of your user IDs while we're on the call. So they're going to write them all down, and they're going to take note of them all. And then everybody's going to be sent money, you know, for free, just for coming to Zoom calls. Like, that does, I don't know if that gets even better than that. Thank me later. But thank me next Thursday when we do this. So it's really cool. Like, there's a lot of things, like, you know, I'm very generous. You guys already know that all about me, but I'm very particular about, you know, who we're working with, why we're working with them. There's so many deep reasons. And Don phones me up one day from Nigeria, and some guys were lying to him. They said, Jan, you're in this thing with them, and you're in this, and they phoned me today. I said, no, I'm not. They're lying to you, bro. And then he's like, well, they told me that you were. And I said, that's okay. You know, just let them lie. But you call me first. You always check with me first, right? And then he's like, but how, like, I got a question for you. He says, like, how do you pick these, you know, these awesome deals, these awesome platforms, these awesome opportunities? Like, how do you pick them? And I said, well, you already know. I fly around the world. I meet the owners. I ask them to show me the back books, the numbers. I want to see how they do money, how they manage the people's money. I want to see how we make money. I want to see if it's worth it for my family to even engage. Because if the money's slim, I went to this Forex thing and everyone's going to make $3. I'm like, $3? Come on, we're making way more than that sleeping already. We don't need any deals at $3. We need stuff that's going to make the juice, right? And so I turned that one down, but they had good money management. They had good technology, but the income for the family was too small. You know, like, if I tell Marcos he's going to have to work his ass off for another platform to make $3 a hit, he's going to tell me F off, right? He's not doing it. And so, like, there's no money in that stuff. So there's all these different variables that combine into making something successful, sellable, wantable, doable, things like that. And it's part of that. And then there's something else that I can't even say is analytical or statistical or even visual. It's in my gut. Like, I get this gut feeling, you know, and sometimes they say, listen to your gut. You know, your parents might have said that to you when you were younger. Listen to your gut. And so I listen to my gut, and I really do. And my gut tells me things, right? It really does. And so part of it's that, you know, so that's what I try and explain to Don. Like, it's not always about numbers, and it's not always about exactly these statistics or, you know, these kinds of things. It's deeper than that. It's just deeper than that, you know. And I had a good feeling about everything that we're doing so far. And, you know, and so far it's working out. It's working out really good. And I've had a really good feeling about this, you know. And so there you go. I tell you guys everything, right? So that you understand how I get here. And still, there's more to it. It's kind of a bit of a puzzle of a journey, but it is what it is. But I'm here. I unmuted you there, Marcos. I like your background, Walter. For some reason, your screen cuts off on all the backgrounds. You end up missing, like, it looks like 10% on the left and 10% on the right cuts off, and I don't know why. I don't know what you're saying.
I've been trying to figure that out. I for the life of me, you'd think an IT guy would figure it out.
Yeah, what you have, you know what, it might be your screen setting in Zoom. You might have some sort of screen setting going on. You know how the screen can be 1080p or something like that. It might be one of those things.
Or it could be the computer resolution itself.
Oh, by the way, Cucumber, Mr. Marcos, I got a computer coming for you for a gift, a brand new laptop, buddy, because you've been working so hard. And last night you're crying to me, you have no time, and you got to edit videos, and your shitty desktop doesn't have the mustard on the bread anymore. So I actually bought you a brand new laptop, me and someone else, but I'll tell you after this call. But
Oh,
me
wow.
and the guy chipped in for you, and we went 50-50 on a brand new laptop for you. So you got a brand new high-powered, and I didn't buy a Mac because you told me not to, but I got a high-powered, super high-powered Asus, A-S-U-S, one of the best in the world. It's like Mercedes-Benz.
I've got an Asus. That's the one I've got. I mean, but it's an old
desktop?
Asus. Yeah, this is an Asus laptop from 2000 I think it's 2018. Yeah, from
Well,
2018.
how did I know? How did I even know your brand? Look at that. Like I got
Yes, you knew my brand.
tentacles on here. Yeah.
I love
Who loves
Asus.
you? Who loves you more than me? All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. So
Wow.
it's really important that everyone on the call also signs up with our links tonight. You know, whoever brought their people, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't have a link, which is fine. But we're going to have to figure that out. You know, I want people to sign up with Marco's link, Walter's link, my link. If you're my crowd, you use mine. If you're Walter's peep, use his. If you're loving and with Marcos, use his. I don't know if Don's coming on tonight, but I know he's got a link too. So I think we should post them in the chat, and then you guys can get set up this week, get your user IDs, and then next week's call, you guys can take advantage of the $30 crypto that we're going to put in your exchange account. But we'll also
Nice.
we'll put that out there for everybody too. So why don't we take a second and share our links in the chat now? So I'll share mine. You go ahead, Marcos. I'll label mine, and you guys all will try to, you know, make this fair. And I realize that not everybody loves me, and I don't really care. You guys, if you love Marcos, go ahead. If you love Walter, go ahead. You're not disrespecting me anyway.
I like Darren's background. That's pretty cool.
I don't even know what this is, and I'm ready to build it.
Oh, it's gonna be sexy, brother. Just wait. Just wait.
Okay,
I sent
okay.
you guys the PDF. Walter, did you get the PDF today?
Yeah, I did. I was looking at it before I jumped on the call.
Darren, why don't you unmute
trying
yourself
to.
and tell us where you got that sexy background?
How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good. Yeah, looking forward to this new project, Jan. It's looking good, man. No, I took that off the PDF of the presentation.
Okay, good. And where'd you find that? In the
You-
chat room that we have?
Yeah, you sent the PDF through in the diversity
Yeah,
group.
okay, good. Just making sure you got the right one. And
Yeah.
I put the Zoom background in the chat too. I don't know if you noticed it, but it was there. It's there too. Go download it.
I didn't see that, man. I must have missed it. I'll go back and get that. Well, I like this one.
No, that one looks good too. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it. But it's there for everybody.
Hey,
Actually,
John. Hey, John, I'm here. You were asking of Don. I've been around. Got my
Okay,
link
you're
signed
here
up
too.
already.
I can't find my referral link. Where is it in the back office? Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, there's 3 of them.
just use the middle one.
The
Hey,
middle
John,
one.
I sent
Okay.
my link already in your Telegram.
Okay. Well, you can go and grab it, Don, and then drop it in the chat room and put your name on it too for all your people. Okay.
Okay.
Walter,
Marcos.
keep helping with the new
Caleb.
people coming in. There you go. There you go. Mike's looking for your link. Signing up now. There you go. There's Marcos.
There we go. Just put it in.
Mine's there. Walter's is there. Don's people will be there. I made Don co-host as well, so he can help us with everything tonight. And we're not going to go too fast for a minute because we're brand new tonight. So we're just going to take it a little slower. The other stuff, I say I've cased it because I know all that other stuff from the back of my hand. Not that I don't know this, but you guys don't know this at all. So I'm going to go slow tonight. I just want to go slower, take our time. There's no rush, actually. I have no rush. Yeah, Lacey's asking if we need our upline link. We have put that in the chat room. The links are in the chat. There's also a code too, which kind of, you can just distribute the code if you want to people, but then they can use the code as well. There's a couple ways of doing it. They make it interesting. Let's go see here. Yeah, in our chat room. I'm actually going to put, a lot of people want to join the chat too. So I'm going to put the chat room in the Zoom call tonight too. So our diversity chat.
When I went to the link, for somehow my the video I got blocked off when I clicked the link. So I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. Sounds like a techno bubble.
Video on here.
Yeah, it's like I can't. It's like I'm blocked.
Yeah,
Well,
I just,
I
I
can't
just
be
turned
seen.
off everybody's videos because that way we'd reduce the bandwidth.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. You did. Okay, great, great. I thought
Yeah,
it was
for
on my
today.
end.
Yeah, no. For today, we don't need video, but next Thursday we will. You guys got to have your video ready, and you got to learn. Here's another tip: you're going to tell you 1 week in advance. So study, please. But you guys are going to figure out how to change your name on your Zoom profile. And there is a thing that says change name. So rename themselves. There's a little tab on my security here that allows you guys to rename yourself. So if I have that checked on, you guys can do that. So we will. And you're going to have to rename your name. So instead of Walter, he's going to put his user ID from Surex on there. So then he can get the bonuses. So everyone will be able to receive the bonus. So you got to have that on there. And there's also, I think it's a Google link that we're going to share in the chat that everyone has to fill out or something like that too, like a little survey for this promotion or whatever. But it's easy. It's like 2 or 3 questions. So we'll give that all out to you guys next Thursday. So
there
tonight
it is. That's how you change it.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. You got it. There it is. Boom. Now you are DT8M9E. You sound like a robot, man. Welcome to technology. This just keeps getting more techno by the minute. Hey, wow. Let me do mine. I want to do mine now. You got me all jealous, bro. You got me all jealous. So copy it. There it is. I'm going to do mine right now too. Let's go rename. It's that little blue dot. So rename, there it is. And I'll paste it in there. Watch this. There it is. Boom. There's mine. 7JAJCS. I'm in. Nice. This will be hell later when we're trying to figure out who's got their microphone on and we don't know the name. Oh my goodness. Too funny. But it gets funner, right? Like, you know what? Even right this second, I'm just so happy because the Zooms are getting more interesting, right? Like,
They are.
Good. Yeah, like, like we've been doing kind of not the same thing, but like we kind of been doing the same thing. And this is going to make it more fun and interesting and all that sort of stuff, right? So really cool, really interesting. Okay. I see a lot of people putting their links in the chat room, and that's good. Like if you've got people on the call, please do. If you don't have people on the call though, please don't. Like if you didn't bring anybody to the call, then you use one of our links and you have respect because you brought yourself. But if you bring people to next week's call, they're all going to get $30. And so, yeah, you better get out there on Facebook and Telegram and WhatsApp and start to market yourself because it's go time. And you're going to make a lot of money with us. So there's some really good.
Several people keep asking me for my link again, and I already provided it. So let me try this again.
Yeah, you guys, you can also scroll on the chat. So I don't know if you know that, but the chat is a scrollable thing. So you can scroll backward. I know that you guys don't know that even on Telegram, some of you. You just show up at Telegram and you see a couple messages there and you think that's all you can see. You can actually scroll back up and see everything. You can look back at last week's conversations, this week's, yesterday's, stuff like that. Not in our particular Zoom chat, however, but in Telegram, you can. In most Telegrams, you definitely can. In the Zoom chat, you definitely can scroll up from today. Like everything we're dropping in here, you can go right back to the beginning when, let me do it myself and see who the first person was that said hi. Lacey said, hey there, right? And then Mike was there, good afternoon, Jan, and Erica, always excited about new bacon, right? So you can scroll all the way to the top. And if you guys remember when I used to answer all the questions in the chat, I had to scroll through like 198 of them right back to the beginning, and so that's how that works. So you guys can scroll up. And it's so good to see all of you here tonight. I'm so happy. Like I'm really, really happy. This gets me so excited to see.
I wasn't even planning to be on because I had things to do, and then suddenly I just got too curious. I was just like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I got to get on here.
I love it. I love it.
He's got
Whoever
the
keeps
FM he's got
that
the fear of
sexy
missing out.
Remy keeps saying I'm sexy, and I just thank you for that. You know, honestly, I am in the gym okay, my schedule is this, and you guys can hear this quick and then we'll get into it, but I go to sleep at 6 in the morning most days, and I stay up after the Zoom calls and handle administrative business, answering questions and all kinds of other stuff that I got to do. Phone Marcos, talk to him for half an hour. So I usually stay up till about 6 in the morning so I can wind down and sleep. I sleep from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. I get up, I go to the gym, I have a protein shake, I do my workout. After that, I go eat some healthy protein lunch. Then after that, I get right into business meetings. There's always someone waiting on the sofa for me, either in the hotel lobby or I got to take a taxi to the next place, and I'm on the go. So as soon as it's go time, it's go time. And then I'm in meetings all day long, talking to all my business partners like Surex as well. And then at about 10 p.m. at night, I usually come back to my office setting, and then I start to get into more messages, more answers, more this and that's. And then I end up doing my Zooms here at 1 a.m., which it's, 1:20 a.m. now. And then after my Zoom call again, calls, this, that, and all kinds of other stuff in marketing. And so you guys, like, it's a 16-hour day for me, of work, and it's about an 8-hour night's sleep. And I always try to get a good quality 8-hour sleep. And I would recommend that to everybody. Now, some of you are night owls and some of you can't sleep. And I don't know, sleep is a thing, but I would tell you that sleep is the most important thing. So really try to get some rest and really try to get your 8-hour sleep. That's why I have energy. That's why I look good, because I work out, I sleep well, I eat well, and I work like a beast. I work 16-hour days. Like when I actually had a job, I only went to work for 8 hours and had an hour lunch break, Now that I'm doing network marketing with Marcos, this guy's got me working for 16 hours a day. I have to be careful what I sign up for. Man.
Hey, Jan, I thought this was passive, man.
Exactly. Hey, exactly. No, it's everything required in this game, man. You know that it is. So, and with some of the other platforms and their drama, and we don't need to mention them in our call, but we know who they are. That's been a whole heavy bag of drama, and there's a cleanup going on with that. So like none of this stuff is easy. None of it's easy on me. None of it's easy on my family, you guys. None of it's easy. And then we got the blockchain working against us lately too. Clogged. Binance stopped even the Bitcoin withdrawals on Bitcoin, and that screwed things up and made a ricochet domino effect through the internet. I even took a withdrawal today of Bitcoin. It arrived in my wallet and it said receiving with an ING. And it took 2 hours from receiving to received. It took 2 hours. It took 2 hours. So the funds got there and everything was kosher, but it took another 2 hours to fully vet into my wallet and fully nest in there. So that's for real. And that's just me. That's just one guy. I don't know about the other bazillions of people out here, like that was just my experience today. So it's definitely overloaded. That's actually the first time it's actually happened to me like that. So we may not be able to show the funds in your atomic wallet as fast as we have in the past, bro. So we'll see what happens on Monday, but hopefully this blockchain thing gets cleaned up. Like it's really slow. Like it's really slow. All right.
Hey, I have a recommendation for the naming change that we're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next week is put your first name and then put your tag. That way it alphabetizes still, when we can find people, whatever.
Okay.
My recommendation.
Love it. No, this is what we're doing today. Today is day one, right? So we're gonna this is the first day, and then next Thursday is gonna be like bananas. Wait till you see how many people come, especially when we're giving away money to everybody. Like
Wow.
Everybody's included on that. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, there it is. So I got mine like you. Look at that, Jan Gregory, and then my code, Walter, and your code. Good idea. So everyone look at my thing, look at Walter's. You want to put your name like that and then your code after, and we got to be ready for next Thursday. And you have to have the Zoom background too. So don't forget that too. And you got to get that from one of us or the chat room. And we have it there. And I've given you guys a link to our Telegram chat room so you can join it. It's in the meeting chat here. There's a link to our Telegram chat or Telegram group right now, and you guys can click on that and join it, and then you can get the content there. And every single day we drop all the best content and the graphics and the flyers and all that kind of stuff in there. So that's definitely the place to be. That is our diversity group, and Marcos is in there, Walter's in there, Don's in there, Andy, all of us guys have been in that one for a long time. I've actually had that group since 2018. Right now, the comments are turned off, and some people cried to their mom. I think they called Marcos a couple times. The reason they're turned off is I'm actually trying to get the scammers out of there. There's some bad apples in that room. So I'm just trying to clean it up, and I've cleaned it up for the most part. And I will turn the comments back on. Of course I will. I want to hear from you guys. Don't think I don't. Don't think I
You wouldn't
don't.
believe, Jan, tons of people kept messaging me saying, Jan blocked me.
Yeah, they thought they were blocked because the comments were turned off, you know? What was
Oh
I
yeah,
blocked?
they were messaging me saying they blocked me.
But
Jan
this is
blocked
what I
me.
blocked. Look at my picture. This is what I blocked. Their big mouth, you know? That's what I blocked.
Yeah, and I
I
said,
didn't
no, he
block
didn't
the
block
person.
you. He just blocked the whole chat. You know, like
Yeah.
they all took it personal. I'm like,
They did, and they
seriously?
thought it was just them, hey? They thought it was
They
just
all
them.
thought it was just them. I couldn't believe it. Mm.
Oh my God. There is no Jan link. Yeah, there is. Let me put it in here. Let me put the Jan link in here. Let's get this organized. Man, there's so many people joining. I love it. Really good, really good. I'll put my link in there too. Again, copy. This is Jan Speed's link. So my link's going in the chat room right now for everyone that's asking for it. There it is. Boom. And I'll put it on my Facebook comments too. And you guys can grab it from there. Someone's asking which link to join. You want to join the link of who invited you. And if nobody invited you, then me or Marcos, you know, we're the co-hosts here. So you can pick one of those. Lad Plux wrote that. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You know, you want to join with the people that invited you to the call. I see that people are just wild about their links, like they are picking that number for the spinning wheel. They just drop it in there like banana sauce, right? But that's okay. I get it. We're going to have to change the protocol for next week anyway. We'll turn the chat off actually. But that's okay for today. Today we don't mind. Next week will be different. Okay. So are we ready? We ready to get in this? There's still some people coming in. We got 4 or 5 people in the waiting room. Who's letting them in? Me?
I'm on it.
No, they're all as they appear. I'm bringing them in. Like you just happen to look right then.
Exactly. That's the same with me because I'm always letting them in. Oh man. Sometimes we probably both let them in at the same time and we each think it was us that did it, but you know, just pushing that button.
Solomon keeps answering for my link. Who is Solomon? Solomon, they're asking for my link, not yours. And you keep answering. So I don't know why you're doing that, but
Me?
No, Solomon. So Walter's going to have
Oh.
to kick you out of the chat room, Solomon. You're abusing the system now. So Walter's going to put you back in the waiting room. Put Solomon back in the waiting room. Put him in his room for a bit. We'll let him in later.
Are you doing that, Walter?
Yeah, Walter's a police.
Yeah,
He's in.
yeah. Go ahead, do that. Oh, okay, all right.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
another thing.
Chat room. There are so many guys there, so we're letting them in.
Okay, we're letting them in too. Like I'm just waiting. They're coming in. That's why I'm kind of waiting. Like I want to do this and get going, but we're talking anyway. We're organizing ourselves. It's our first call. No big deal. Like I said, we'll take it slow tonight. But and those of you that are worried about that, please don't. We have to go slow. There's a lot to cover here. It's all brand new. People don't even understand a lot of this stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. It'll take quite a few Zoom calls for it to sink in.
And if I have to leave, I'll just go back
Yeah,
over
go.
it.
Yeah, just go. Don't worry. If anyone has to leave, don't feel guilty. Just go. But one of the things is you're going to have to come to a bunch of Zooms on this one, at least 3 or 4, I would suggest, at least this next few weeks to really sink it in and understand, you know,
Oh yeah, I'll watch the whole replay too. I always do. I watch the replays if I miss it. I go back to either the Facebook live feed or the replay that you send. But if you don't send the replay on YouTube, I always go back to your Facebook and watch the whole thing if I can. I always do that.
Awesome. Good job on that.
Anything that I miss, I try to catch up on everything.
That's exactly right. That's you got to keep up.
Oh yeah, you do. There's so many
study.
people out there that they just complain about watching anything beyond 10 minutes. I'm like, you're never going to get anywhere in life if you don't learn to watch videos longer than 10 minutes. You got
Hey, that's what I like about watching replays is I can do it 4-speed.
I always watch YouTube at 2-speed. I watch YouTube at 2-speed.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know, on WhatsApp, you can listen to all those voice clips at 2x. And I do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 2x on the WhatsApp voice clips, and I listen to that at rapid speed. I actually hate voice clips. I got no time to sit there and listen to people's whining, and then I fire that at 2x, and it just makes the pain go by faster.
Yeah.
All right, I dropped the Telegram group in there. It's labeled Diversity 2030 Telegram group. You guys can see that. It's there for you. There you go. And people need to scroll up. Come on, use the scroll button on your mouse, use the scroll on your phone, just scroll up. That chat room is a scrolling mechanism, so scroll up, okay? All the codes are in there.
I think what it comes from is WhatsApp, because when you enter a new WhatsApp group, you can only see from that date that you entered. And so maybe that's where it comes from, is because people, they don't scroll up because they can't in WhatsApp.
Okay, yeah, WhatsApp is like that, but I'm pretty sure the meeting chat, you can scroll up.
Oh yeah, no, everything else, and Telegram here, you can scroll people.
Scroll up. Okay. Media team link, Timo. Okay, good. Timo's got his team here. All right. I think we're almost at 200 peeps. That's close enough. That's close enough for the girls I date. There's some more people coming now, both with Jody. All right, let's get into it. Let's get my screen ready here.
Let's get the show on the road.
All right. Boom sauce. There we go. So as I was saying earlier, thank you guys all for coming out to the new. The reason we're doing a crypto exchange is a lot of reasons. So everybody's making money with me in cryptocurrency, and you're going to need a place to swap coins. You're going to need a place to grow some money, stake it, grow it. You need somewhere that you can actually grow your crypto and feel safe about it. And also swap coins and, get into other coins and just do crypto business. So you need an exchange as one of your tools. And as I was saying earlier, Binance has pooped the bed worldwide, and they are kicked out of a lot of places, countries, jurisdictions, and all kinds of stuff. And so with that said, gives us room to come in with our product and our exchange. And this exchange is licensed in the world, and I'll show you this slide here in a minute. But we are globally licensed, and we are a global exchange. So Americans can use it. We're actually licensed in Canada and have the paperwork with the Canadian flag on it, even right from Toronto, Canada, right where Ethereum was made, right where CZ from Binance went to school, actually, right in that same city. And so, I only want to work with top quality everything. I only want to work with, platforms and companies that have money. I want to make sure that my family makes money and it's worth it for us all. I want to make sure we have the best tools to work with. I have a lot of criteria, when I enter the dojo on anything that I'm doing. And so I have my, my guard up, I have my list, I have a lot of things that I go through in order to make sure that we're getting the best of the best for everybody. And so Surex is definitely what I've looked at a lot of exchanges. I've looked at a lot of offerings, probably in the exchange world. I've looked, oh my goodness, at least over 50 of them. And some of them are heavily Chinese, which is fine, but they're just all Chinese. And that's not going to do America and Canada and England and everybody else any good. Africa doesn't speak Chinese. Africa speaks local tongue, and then they speak English, right? So I have to really focus. Basically, my focus has been the English speaking population, and same with Marcos, and same with Don, and same with Walter. Walter's doing bilingual in Latin America, and we will have everything in Latino too. We will, so absolutely. In my mind, Spanish is the largest second language in the world, and it is. If you Google that, you'll see that Spanish is number 2. And so, just going by all those things, I really wanted to have a product like this, have this kind of tools in the house for the whole family to use. And again, the other exchanges don't really give us any commission. There's no way to grow the family. We can't make money. We can't make commission. We can't, do things that we're already used to doing in the network marketing space. And then let's say they had commission. Let's just say they had some. It's nothing. It's peanuts. It was like $15 one time if Marcos joins. It's like, okay, I'm already going to give away $30 each time on the Zoom call starting next week. So like, that again is useless, right? And so I've looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and hunted till I got here. And, this really has everything we need to be successful. And we can actually store funds in here and not be afraid. The Android app is available in the Google Play Store for download. So all you Android users that are listening now, you can go on the Google Store and download that and put that on your phone, and you can use your account in your phone, which is really slick, really sexy, looks amazing, and works amazing. The iPhone app will be out in less than 30 days. And why is the iPhone not even done? Is because most of this is really new. It's the new, right? And that's the whole point. When you get into something at the very beginning, this is where you make the most money. And that is true for network marketing 101, right? And so we're right in at the beginning. Like, I will tell you that nobody on Facebook has even heard of this yet. I know they haven't. And once the word gets out that we're giving $30 every Zoom call and things like that, it is going to explode. I'm going to have to crank up my Zoom to the 2,000 person thing, because it's going to go bananas out there. And the other thing is, like I said earlier, there's a lot of lockouts in all kinds of countries and areas that you can't use a crypto exchange, and so that, again, like, what do I use? What are the big guys using? What is Jan and his team using, right? And they always want to know. And so now we have the tools to help the whole family win worldwide, global. And we are going to have some other things, but I'm not going to give it all away in the first night. But there's a lot of other tools and cool accessories coming attached to this exchange in the future too. And you know how we run bots with the platforms on Binance? Well, it won't be long before we're running bots on here as well. And we'll have that for you too. And this platform will actually have one of the bots that I'm working with in my own bank attached to this, and making the interest for everybody's crypto deposits in our banking system. That same bot system is going to be attached to this exchange. So any money that you have sitting in USDT will grow rapidly according to when you set the bots on them. So that all will come up in the future. So you guys will see how cool that gets. Like, this is going to get cooler and cooler as we grow. So really, really cool. So this is Surex, everybody. This is a crypto trading platform we can all trust. And that's really important, especially with the kind of money Marcos is making. Now, the surge in cryptocurrency users has been incredible. You guys can look at the chart here, and you can see that over the years, the users are going into the millions big time. Now it's, this was November last year when we got started some of the other stuff, and it was 402 million users now. And that, to me, remember how I always focus on how many members we have? Well, that to me is so awesome, because I stand for crypto. I'm the Bitcoin guy. And when 402 million users are in my Bitcoin family, my crypto family, I'm really, really happy, and I'm really excited about those stats. And why am I? Why? Well, because we're taking control of our destiny. We're taking control of our financial freedom. And we've heard from all kinds of testimonials, if you stay close to us, about everybody winning and making more and feeling great and changing their mindset and working harder. And so why is this because of protein powder? No, it's because of crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, we chose to be in the crypto space. We're all crypto citizens. And because we made that decision in our lives, we're all getting better. We're getting healthier and wealthier all the time. And that's something that I really want to highlight. It's not because of this thing and that thing. It's because we chose to take, this stance in crypto and actually, do something about our financial freedom. This is what's really making us wealthy and healthy and healthier in the mind, because we have something. And Walter's one of the guys that actually had a really bad brain injury in the past. And he will come on and tell you anytime, but he'll tell you that crypto saved his mind. If he didn't have something to focus on and something to work on, all that, then he might have had, you know, further damage. So crypto was actually really important to him, getting into it, getting into something technical and deep. So it gave his mind and his brain actually stuff to work on and get, you know, like knowledge and all these kinds of things. So again, it's all about your mind. Your brain is so important, and you want to really fill your mind with good quality things. And if you fill your mind with garbage, you're going to get garbage. If you fill your mind with crypto, you're going to get rich, you know, and that's the bottom line. It's real. So we have the bull versus the bear. Okay. And this is our system here. And we actually have in the back office, and I'll show you guys the website here in a second, but we have a bull and bear scenario where you can basically pick where you think it's going to go. If you think it's going to go up, you can place a setting on that. If you think it's going to go down, you can place a setting on that. And if it does what you think it does, you're going to end up making profit. And so right away, you can just put $100 USDT on the bear and say that Bitcoin's going to go up, let's say, to this number today or by tomorrow. And then if that happens, you're going to end up doubling your $100 like that. So you can actually trade without any trading knowledge, without any charts, without any floating grid, without the Elliott wave, without any of the high-tech tools that some of our other platforms use. You can just simply choose up or down and see where it lands and trade against that system. So really, really interesting and really, really cool. There's a bubble area. There's a sell quickly, chase high, bubble, maintain, cheap, build, buy, why wait. So this is all about, you know, the whole line of the market coming up. So this is like an upswing on Bitcoin right now, okay? And these are all the questions that people have, right? There's the big bubble, and then should I sell, and should I keep chasing it, and is it still a bubble, and should I maintain my position, and should I sell cheap and lose money, or should I keep letting it build, or should I buy more while it's this cheap? Why wait? You know, like these are all the questions that go on through people's mind in the crypto space. And you'll see in a minute how we have the software take care of all of that. That's why this chart's here. It's like we've got the answer to all those answers, and you don't gotta worry about it anymore. Back to that autopilot AI goodness. You can get all of these answers answered and win. Like you're going to end up winning on what's happening with crypto without having to have stress or ask a million questions of yourself and then make mistakes. And that's where people end up, losing their money. Here you get to seize the opportunity, like it says, and become rich. And that's what everybody wants. So let's keep going. Are you ready to get rich, Marcos?
You better believe it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. This looks really interesting, very unique. I'm definitely going to have to dig more into this one, but this one looks really exceptional. So basically what you're saying here is that you do have to trade yourself, but it's so easy, correct?
I'll show you more, but there is options. But yes, you do have the option to trade yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
If
all right.
you're already a crypto trader and you've got some experience, you can really make a lot of money here. If you're a complete newbie and you know nothing, you can still make money here with just picking on the bear and the bull. And I'll show you this in a minute.
Okay.
And then we have trade copy. So we've got some of the best guys in the world. I'll show you the results today. Like yesterday's results, we did over $14 million in wins. And you can just copy them without doing anything. You just set your account onto them and walk away. You put your 10K on there, set it to them, and walk away. And every single day, those guys are going to go trade, and your trades will follow them. It's so, so cool. Just watch.
Beautiful.
All right.
Copy trading is the best.
It's
really
so good. So Singapore registered there, okay, corporate, Seychelles parent company, and also registered in Canada. There's going to be another one on here. You'll see the Canadian flag. I've seen it in the office. I was there. And then in the US, regulatory license as well. So really, we need to make sure that we're licensed. This is the really key thing, okay? High security, fully compliant, PCI DSS compliant, so we can detect any kind of weird stuff, and we're using the best practices in the industry right here. You can see it. This is the same stuff that Visa and MasterCard are using, by the way, like the same level of security that they are using. So really, our funds are very, very secure. If your funds are okay with Visa and MasterCard, which everyone's are, your funds are okay here too. The global headquarters, which I've actually been to. You see my pictures. I was at the office. This is where I had the Bitcoin Pizza Day event when the Bitcoin was bought with 10,000 Bitcoins, the original fun thing. And so this is where I actually had the event right here in the corporate office. So I'm there. I got photos. I've met everyone. I've met the CEO. I met everybody. They love me. And I've been back and forth here. So it wasn't like I had one meeting. I've been here a bunch of times because I've been interviewing the shit out of them. And then the boss was never there, and now he was there. So I'm actually going to see him again tomorrow. This is the boss. His name is Jackie Zhu, okay? And he is really a cool dude. This guy actually trades every day. He is addicted to it. He's really good at it. And he makes a ton of money in crypto trading. Like, he's so good at it. And so, you know, like any other guy that's really good at something, he's like, well, you know, I'm so good at this, I might as well, you know, open my own exchange. That way I don't get kicked out of Binance and all the others, because he got kicked out for making too much money at Binance. He got kicked out of a couple of them for making too much money, because he wins all the time. And so he ended up making his own exchange, you know, and he's awesome. So he's got an MBA degree. He's got he's got 2 MBAs. He's also the CEO of Surex Derivatives Exchange, 9 years experience in trading. The guy is always on his laptop, trading all day, all night. Like, even when my meetings with him, the laptop's open, he's still got the trades happening there. He's talking to me, he's listening with one ear, and the trades are still there. He's that kind of guy, man. And he's taught thousands of people how to be an amazing trader. Every single week, Surex has educational time. So you can come in and you can learn. And we're going to do this around the world. We're going to do this in Africa. We're going to do this in America. We're going to end up having various students and trading schools going on eventually. And a lot of the leaders that really like this aspect and like this platform, they're going to end up taking the wings on this and blowing it up in their region and their community. Thousands of students have seen the results of this. You can see in the pictures here, it's the real thing. Everybody's really impressed with the software and how it works. So it's been really welcomed and really highly regarded. Now, you can do this is a roadmap. So you can see here, we've got staking financial management. So we got stable returns on your deposits. We've got flow trade with the top traders, one click, so you can just copy their trades. We got contract trading on derivatives, okay? And I'll explain more what that is. We got the Android app, okay? We got the bull and bear. That's that forecasting future data thing. And that's how you can just basically choose whether it's bull or bear, and you can double your money. So it's really cool. We got the liquidity pool, which is what I invested in. And this is the contract dividends. And this is paying 24% a month, and you do nothing. You don't even do anything at all, like zero. You don't even have to sell or tell or share or anything. Like, you can just make 24% a month with your eyes closed. And that's what I ended up doing. I invested in the liquidity pool. And then the coin market cap, they've got real-time data analysis, and they are plugged into the coin market cap in China right now, but they're not in the one that Binance owns, the CMC one there yet, but they are also applied for that one, and they will appear there shortly as one of the exchanges in those listings. So they have all their applications in, and again, they're very new, right? So really new. So staking, this is a stable investment return, right? You can put your cryptos in here and stake it, and you can use USDT, BNB, TRX, Ethereums, Bitcoins, whatever you want, and you're going to get a return every single day. And it will tell you the estimated interest you're going to make and how many earnings, and it's for 360-day period, okay? And then you got a subscription date, your valid date, your interest distribution date, and then your interest period, and then your maturity date, okay? And it'll be 360 days from the day that you make your deposit. But you can actually select the term of your staking. So if you want to stake for 90 days, 180 days, or 360 days, you have 3 options there, okay? And so you can try it for 90 days, see how much you make, enjoy the rewards. And this is making money doing absolutely nothing. Like, I mean, nothing. You just have your crypto sitting around in your phones doing nothing. You can deposit some of it right here and put it on stake mode, and you can make money. So again, thank me later. Thank me later. Okay,
Dan, can you just break down for everybody exactly what staking means? Because everybody thinks in terms of, hey, you put your crypto here, and then they trade your crypto, and you make gains on the trading, and then you get, you know, returns in return. But the word staking, people don't. It needs to be clarified. What is about staking? What is staking, and how is staking actually making money?
Okay, done. So staking makes money depends on which company differently. So that's one thing. Staking is like making interest in your bank account. So if you go to the bank and you deposit $1,000 and they pay you 2% interest, staking is very similar. Staking is the crypto word for making gains on your deposit. Your deposit is locked in for a period of time while it's staking. And while it's in staking, that crypto is being used to trade, but by the company, not by individuals, not by you, but the company is using that crypto to grow it and pay you back that dividend, pay you back that interest. I'm using words that people are familiar with here. And so basically you commit to 90 days, you put $1,000 in there, and at the end of the 90 days, your $1,000 could double or whatever the return is. It doesn't show here, but we have to do it in the back office. But the money actually comes back with a return, and you make a return all the time, and it comes in daily. And you can see that, you can log in and just see your funds growing and growing, but you can't touch it until the 90 days is up. And once the 90 days is up, you have all your capital there that you started with, your $1,000. You have all of your profit there, the whole amount, and now you have everything. And guess what? It's still yours. It didn't leave. It didn't disappear. It didn't go left and you went right. It's all there. And so a lot of people like this. Like they actually like this. They love this because all their money's there and their profits are there. And then it's all theirs at the end and they like it, you know? And so staking is a really simple way to grow money in the crypto industry. So it's probably the simplest there is. This is the simplest way to grow money in the crypto industry. There's hands down, there's nothing simpler. So there you go. You just make your deposit, you allocate $1,000 to staking, you select 90 days, you hit go, and you come back after 90 days and you get your money and your profit. It's so easy. So
beautiful.
It's kind of like giving them a loan and they give you the interest after the 90 days and the loan back. It's kind of what it's
kind of. I don't want to use debt words here because there is zero debt here. So that's the only reason I want to choose that. But it's more like, you know, the corporation is going to use the money to grow and they're going to pay you back a dividend for allowing them to use the money to grow. It's really, really that simple. And banks do that all the time. Like you go make your bank deposit and the bank takes that deposit and go trades Forex, you know, with your money, and then they give you interest, and the bank's making way more money off your money in Forex than you're getting interest. You already know that, right? So that's how that works at the bank.
Exactly.
All right, so this is our flow trade. Okay, so you can follow a master trader. All right, so again, you have, let's say you have $1,000. I'm going to use that $1,000 amount. So you have $1,000 in USDT in your account, and you see this guy right here, Golden Bay, and you like what he's doing. You can follow him, and then all of the trades that this guy does every single day is going to end up reflecting on your account. And you can see that he makes 16% a month doing what he does. This guy over here makes 14.5. This person does 9.9. This person makes 23.93, Blockmaster, right? So you can copy trade, follow trade, two different words, same thing, but you can actually follow trade with your funds. And these guys are doing the dirty work and the hard, heavy lifting. And you're just sitting back with your feet on the sofa and he's drinking a beer in his underwear and he's making, you know, this kind of interest, right? 24% right there, 24% a month doing nothing, right? So it's really, really interesting how that works. And trading is really neat. And you can actually see the charts. You can see what they're buying and selling. You can see a lot of data. You can go really deep on it. So it's not like you're blind about anything. You can actually see what these guys are doing all month long. So it's really cool. I really like it. Like it's really, really interesting. And by the way, if you are a trader, you can actually apply to be a master trader here, and then you can have followers and you can be one of the copy trade individuals. So we have this kind of house now where people that are really good at trading can come in and make a position, and you actually get bonuses, you get commissions, and you get all kinds of promotions and rewards here. Go ahead.
Hey, can you change how long you're following this guy, or can you follow more than one? Or like, is there a set time frame? Yeah, you follow him for a week and hey, I want to follow this guy again.
Yes, you can switch. You can switch teams. You bet. And then you can cancel too. You can stop, right? And then you can start again and things like that. So the answer is yes. Good questions. I like it. Keep them up, keep them coming. So here's the details, like I was saying. So you can actually see what these guys are doing. This dude does 20% in the last 30 days. He did 524% in the year. Okay. And you can see all of his cumulative profit and losses, right? Because these are P&L is called profit and loss. You can see all the profits here, and then you can see the status here. And obviously green is profits and red is losses. But the whole point of trading is it doesn't matter if it's Forex or crypto, there are always wins and losses. It really is. And when you're trading like this specific style, it absolutely has that. And so there has to be a little bit of losses with the gains, but that's okay too. It's part and parcel of the business, right? And so these guys are doing that. And you can see this little tab says revenue data, trade history. And so you can see what's going on before you choose this guy. And trading days, 85 days in the game already. Trading frequency weekly, 51 trades a week. Number of losing trades, number of winning trades, total transactions, win rate 48%, cumulative followers, blah, blah, blah. So you get all this data that you can actually see before you choose who you want to trade follow. Okay.
Hey, there was
And then
another question.
Go ahead.
And it's a good question. Basically, if you're following somebody, is there a percentage that you're paying them to follow them? Like, do they get a percentage of what because you're following them, or is it just simply you're copying them, or whatever they're doing, you receive the remuneration or draws?
Good question. So when you copy trade, you are making the money, and they are making money from the company. They have all master traders have a special kind of profile. And so they actually make funds from the company for doing that. So they're getting paid by the office. Okay. So long and shorts, and they're also making the money themselves. So they make the money themselves, and they're also getting a commission from the company. Let me say it that simple. Okay. And so you can see they're doing long and short trades here, long, short, and all these ones. And we know about long and short already. You know, we've been around a minute, and you can see when they open the trades, the opening price, the closing price. And this is some of the more technical happenings that happen in some of even the other things that we do that make money. And so now people will get even smarter about what we're up to, and they'll start to learn more by being part of Surex. You're gonna see more data, you're gonna understand more of it. But again, listen, don't be scared. And don't be worried, because if you don't like looking at, spreadsheets like Walter does, that's okay, because it's all hands off and it's all automatic. I want to say this again, all hands off and all automatics. Don't be afraid, but it's there if you want it. It's one of these things where the data is there if you're into it, right? If you're a data nerd like Walter, it's all there for you. You can get into it and see what's going on, okay? Then you can see the withdrawal history, right? You can see what you've been taking out, from which wallet, and all that data there, and its process and actual credit amount and all that sort of stuff too. So you can see all of the funds and how they're moving, because it's the blockchain. So this is that thing that Marcos loves. This is Marcos' department called Transparency 101. So Surex is incredibly transparent. Everything is there. Everything is there. Nothing's hidden at all. And so everything is transparent 101, and everybody can see everything that's going on. This is the bulls and the bears. So you can see here, the index is here, and it's got your options 1, options 2, options 3, and then options 4. So you can put down 10 USD, 20, 50, 100, 200, or 500 against the bull winning or the bear winning on this particular trade of Bitcoin versus USDT. And if you think you're a good guesser and you've done a little bit of an analysis, you can do real good, and then you can end up doubling your money, right? And the battle against other players is in 1-minute sessions. So you guys can try this. It's almost like a game, like it's a gamified. The trading has been gamified here with the bull and bear section of the website. And you'll see that on the website, it's there. So people that like to do this, there's millions of people that like the gaming aspect of everything. Now they can actually come on here and have some fun and actually win some money. So really, really cool too. Like, again, have some fun, win some money. That doesn't hurt, right? Then we've got contract derivatives trading. So here's where you select, Bitcoin against USDT. You can see all the charts are here. Then you've got your leverage trades. We go up to 125x. And I would tell everybody right now on this call, if you don't know what you're doing, do not press that button. Do not even do this. Let the copy trade go on, learn from that for a little while, and then kind of, venture out on your own, and definitely do not crank it up to 125x. But if you do somehow want to do that, start with $10. At least at 125x on $10, you're going to be okay, right? You're going to make a lot of money, and then you won't lose a whole bunch either. But the leverage trade is cranking it up 125 times, like a magnification. And this is also how Binance Futures works and all these other ones. So if you can get in there and you actually know what you're doing and you crank up the leverage, you can make a lot of money. And so again, this pertains to people that know how to trade. And this also is for you that want to learn how to trade. So really you can pick your style. You can do a long trade or a short trade. And I've been talking about this stuff for months to you guys. And now you can actually see what it looks like. This is what it looks like behind the scenes right here. And this is the kind of tables you have. This is how Martin, our guy there with Jensen, does all his work all day. So this is the kind of stuff he's using, tools like this that he's using to make money. And this is it right here. This is what it looks like. And it looks complicated to most people. They look at this and they're, whoa, I'm lost. What is all this? What is all this? But it's actually not that complicated. When you come back to this window again and again, it starts to grow on you and you start to figure out what everything is. It doesn't take long. Trust me, if you are adamant about learning this and you really want to do this, it won't take you long and nothing moves. It always stays in the same spot. So it's always going to be here, there, and there, and everything's going to be in that exact same spot. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And then we have a brand new product now, which is our SLT liquidity pool dividend sharing. So a lot of words there, but a liquidity pool is kind of like an investment pool, and the dividend sharing is what's coming off of that investment, and it gets shared amongst all the members. All right. So all the money in a pool, and then the profits are split amongst all the members. That's English for you. So again, all the money's in a pool, and then all the profits are split amongst the members. This is what I joined. Okay. So we have a dual token economic model here, and the SLT is pegged at the US dollar, okay? And you can add it when you use your USDT in the back office like I did. So I did $10,000 today, and I added the SLT, I bought the SLT $10,000 worth of that, okay? And I'm getting the profit sharing now, okay? And every single day, the profit sharing is gonna come into my back office, and I'm gonna be able to swap that SLT, that dividend token for USDT, for Bitcoin, and things like that. And let me just say why I did this, me personally, because it's my personal reason. I am trying to collect as much Bitcoin between now and the halving next year as I possibly can, because I know Bitcoin is going to go through the roof. And so as many tools and platforms and options where I can grow Bitcoin, collect Bitcoin, acquire Bitcoin, I'm a happy camper. Like, this is why I do this stuff. And so I put 10K in here today so that I can start getting my ST dividend, and I can start converting that into Bitcoin every day, once a week, once a month, however I feel. I haven't got my strategy quite down yet, like Andy talks about, but I just started today with my own money. So as I start doing this more and more, I'll figure out what the strategy works best for Jan, and then I'll start doing that. But you can immediately daily take your daily rewards and swap them into other cryptos. So let me give you an example of someone else. Let's talk about Walter, okay? Because Walter likes to save money, and then it's just sitting there. So Walter could come here and put 1,000 USDT here, and then all his daily dividends that come in, he'll swap them into further USDT, and he'll use his dividends to grow other platforms, because we have other platforms and other methods of growth. So he can leave his initial 1,000 here, and it will kind of like be the golden goose spitting out the golden eggs. And then Walter will take those golden eggs over to the other platforms and start depositing and increasing the size of his deposits in other things. And so it's a great mechanism to put money here, make more money, and then put it there and make more money, you see? And eventually I'm going to actually make a flow chart with Walter and Marcos and Andy, and I'm going to show you guys how we can move money from this to that, to this, to that, like that, and show you how that can just equate at the end of like supercharging the outcome. Like, we've already seen the compounding spreadsheet. We already got a good indication of how we're growing things around here. But when you guys see how we can take money from here to there to here to there like that, and then what the outcome is after, let's say, 6 months a year, you will be blown away at how fast we can grow a cryptocurrency and speed it up. And that's what it's all about, turbocharging it. And I know it sounds even maybe complicated today, but just stay close. I have plans. I have plans to educate everybody even more and really get you to understand why these tools are so necessary. So again, it's just the first day today. Relax, but you will learn more as we go along, and you guys will be really, really happy of what we have here. Now, the other thing is the ST dividend token comes out every day. Right now, it's already at 11 cents. So every single day you're getting a token worth 11 cents. And this token is not a shit coin. Let me totally stipulate that too. This has zero to do with shit coins, zero. This token is owned inside the internal company. It's a company dividend. And so it's not even available on the exchange. You cannot buy it, like none of that stuff. This is an internal process. So you're actually using your USDT to get your SLT stable coin, and then you're getting a dividend every day in the ST token, and you're able to convert that every single day into other cryptos. So again, shit coins don't work like that, and they're not part of this company and things like that. This is very, very, what would I say, in the bubble. This is only here at Surex, and this only applies here. So let me layman's terms this even more. You're like an investor in the company, and you're getting paid a dividend for being an investor. And that's the cool thing about it. And then the dividend that you receive every day, you can turn that dividend into other cryptos. And Jan, your guy, is going to turn mine into Bitcoin. So everything that I make here off my dividend, I'm going to convert that into Bitcoin, and I'm going to take that and withdraw that into my Bitcoin wallet. And I'm going to stack Bitcoin to the moon. And that's why that little guy there is in the spacesuit, because they kind of get what's going on here at Surex as well. They know what I'm doing, and I know what they're doing. So we have this symbiotic relationship that everybody's in on the same thing. We all want to collect and convert and make as much Bitcoin as possible. And so this is a really, really cool mechanism. And again, I just did the deposit today. So by next Thursday, when we do this call again, you guys are going to see dividends, and then I'm going to convert them. And just wait, you'll see all the samples, and you'll see the real life stuff. And I'll take you in my back office, and I'll show you how it's done. And then that way you guys can see it live with your eyes. So in 1 week, I'll have amassed a bunch of dividends for everyone to see. So it'll be by next Thursday. And then next Thursday, I'll do the converting. I'll convert it into Bitcoin. I'll withdraw it right away to my wallet, just like Marcos did the other day to his wallet. I'll show you guys how all this works. Just be patient and just hang on, because I'm going to show you why. And once you guys see my moves and all that stuff, you'll be like, Eureka, the light bulb will go off in Walter's head and be like, that's why he did this. Oh man, I get it. I get it now. This guy's a genius. So just hang on. You guys will see what I'm talking about here. It's amazing. So you've got contract trading, you've got exchange profits, you got the liquidity pool, you got daily dividends, which are 300% a year, which are massive. And then you can sell those tokens back into another type of crypto. Okay. So where the exchange gets the money to grow the actual dividends, there's a growth that happens here, is the company is having trades, and people do future trades, and people come in and do all kinds of stuff, and there's fees that are associated with things. And so 50% of the fees are going into the ST token to grow the liquidity pool. So 50% is going to the company to pay bills and staff and rent and all that sort of stuff. And the other 50% goes to the people. That's us. And that's driving the price of that up so that we get a higher dividend. So it's very, very clear how the money's flowing to me. And it's very, very good how they're doing it. Very good. And so I really understand. And the pressure of economy here is real. So again, we're making real money every single day as a company. And then we're taking that real profit that we're making, and it's reported and everything, because this is all licensed. We're taking that real profit. We're splitting it right down the middle, 50% for the people, Jan and his family, 50% for the company. And so my whole family, all you guys get to come in, and you get to grow and make a lot of money in the growth of this business model. So really, really cool. Again, and it will take some time to understand this. It'll take some time to sink in. But let me say this, when Binance started, okay, and they did this with the BNB token, I bought them again at 10 cents, 11 cents. And all my BNB tokens are in the few $100s each right now. And I have thousands of them. And so, you know, you just think about that for a minute. And that's the way the economy works. You can really, really grow something from pennies to hundreds of dollars here. And they're all solid. This is not, again, there's not a shit token. This is a solid token, a solid coin. It's in the exchange of the company. And then a year from now, the actual coin itself will be listed, and it will be listed in outside exchanges outside of this one. It'll be in the coin market cap. So we've got a year basically till December to make as much money as we can before we make even more money. Amazing, right? So we've got a year to basically, well, less than a year. Man, it's already May. So we've got less than a year to stack as much as we can between now and December before the coin gets released to the marketplace. And once that hits the marketplace, oh my goodness, you guys will see how that cranks up. And everybody's going to be so rich here. Like, I'm not even joking. If you keep with me and you understand what I'm doing, you're going to see how you really make money in the crypto space. We're going to take pennies to hundreds of dollars together. And I know that's a dream of a lot of you. I know you guys have done so many things with me already, and you're like, okay, when do we do this other stuff, right? Well, this is that other stuff now. This is where it all happens here, okay? Because we can trust it in this house, right? We had, before we could go do this other stuff, we had to be in the right house, right? The family had to be in the right house. Now we're in the right house, and now we can take advantage of the other stuff, okay? Just trust me on this, please. You'll see what I'm talking about. And even by next week, it'll become more clear once I have some results in my back office to show you guys. But anyway, the bottom line is here, we're going to make a tremendous amount of money off crypto. Like, I mean, a tremendous amount together. And even for the $100 players that are out here, you're going to go 100x. For the $1,000 players, you're going to go 100x. For the $10,000 players like me, I'm going to go 100x. What's 10,000 times 100, Walter? I'm pretty sure that's $1 million. And so that's what it's about, right? And for the $100,000 players, they're going to 10x. That's a 10 million. Okay. So think about that for a minute. So whatever your threshold of budget is, awesome. We love you. Everyone's welcome here. This is an exchange. Everyone's welcome. And you have this ability now to grow on something that's going to explode in the coming months in this first year. And again, this is not like anything else we're doing where, you know, it could go out of business and die tomorrow and it's in a gray space and it may not have a license. No, it's none of that. This is an actual bricks and mortar, fully licensed operation that's going to be in business for another 10, 20 years. So there's no stopping this one. Like, this is solid blue chip business model here. Okay. Big difference, huge difference. And again, it's not a shitcoin because this has zero to do with what's going on in the shitcoin space and in the coin market cap out there and whatever they're doing over there. This is all internal company. And it's almost like internal stocks of the company. So it's really solid. It's blue chip as it gets. And that's why I'm here. And I know you guys know that I don't mess around. So you can see now the Surex token, the ST supply. You can see the initial price, and you can see the token purpose. You can see that staking is 15% of the dividends. The liquidity pool is 60. The technical team 10%. The initial market making 8, and the marketing budget 7. So there's a plan for all of the profits that are being made here and where it's going. So earlier, Marcos asked me about staking. Well, how is staking making money? Well, here it is. 15% of what we're doing goes to the staking rewards and grows people's funds in the staking department. You see how the pie chart is here. So all the funds are very well organized and highly allocated and done properly. In my opinion, I gave this 3 check marks. I was like, okay, you guys got this perfect. And so this is really what you need to have in order to make a success happen. So it's got all of the underpinnings of a really highly successful outcome. So again, what does that mean to us? Well, there's still so much more, but it means to get involved. It means to come to the Zoom calls. It means to get, educated. And there's a lot going on here. This is the deepest thing we've got. So it's going to take a minute for everyone to really understand everything. But at the end of the day, once all of this is clear in your mind, you will see what I see and you'll be like, oh my goodness, this is truly a gold mine. And it really is, ladies and gentlemen. It really is a gold mine. Okay. So market success stories out there. Bybit. They came out in the market. You guys can go see them. They did really good. Apollo X on Binance. This did really good, right? This was a DAO. And so these are 2 examples of coins that went out in the marketplace and just kicked some butt. We're seeing that our numbers are even better than these ones. That's the point of why these slides are here. The Surex team and our Surex numbers on what we're doing right now in the early stages, our numbers are already better than these guys. And so we're going to capitalize huge on everything. Okay. And this is how the exchange makes profit. So look at all the profit centers that go on here. We make profit on transaction fees, withdrawal fees, leverage trading, futures contracts, bull and bear war, which is that gamified situation, the AI quantitative trading, because I don't do anything on earth if it doesn't have AI, hedging trades, the SGT listing fees, Okay, so what happens now is another company will have their coin and they want to list it somewhere so that people can buy it and sell it and trade it. Well, we have a listing fee. So if a company comes to us at Surex and says, hey, I've got our project and we're Solana, and Solana wants to list with us, Solana has to pay a listing fee and we make profit off of that. And then that profit is shared to the members, you see. Interest on deposits and loans. And again, these are things that Walter said. And so there's deposits and loans that go on in another division, not in here in the back office. So 9 will confuse some of you. Number 10, the platform tokens, which we have our own, the ST. The launch pad is we're going to have an incubator where we're going to launch various new projects to the world, and they'll all come from the Surex launch pad. And then there's innovative business that we're doing out there. And then there's others, so again, there's more depth to this, like I said, than anything else. So there's a lot of financial profiting happening here. And you guys know that capitalism is my religion, right? You guys know that. And capitalism has been my religion forever. And so all 13 items here in a business model, which this is, these are all capitalistic items. Like this is all capitalism happening right here in front of your face. And so this is profit, and this is what this is about. And again, this is why this impresses me, because this business model making profit and has very, very many areas of such. And that's what tells me that the longevity, the profitability, and my people's money and all of us making gains here is definitely going to come through for us all. And that's what you can see now. And that's what I saw too. And we can't get as deep as we really can in this, but there's 13 areas right there. And that should answer a lot of people's questions about how are we going to make money? Well, we are. It's guaranteed. There we go. So SLT liquidity pool, the marketing mechanisms. Let me get into this. There's 4 major rewards, okay? So we're going to make 68% commission, okay? 10% in rank benefits, 12% in peer benefits, 5% in the President's Club, and 50% in the contract transition fee. So 50% of all the trades that go on the exchange, the fees come to us, and they get distributed here like this: 68, 10, 12, and 5. Okay, and so you guys can see that. This is our thing. So level 1, everyone that joins, you get 50% of the winnings. So just like in other platforms, we're getting paid on the winnings now. So any amount that anyone's spending, fees, making gains, anything that's going on, if you bring them into the business, you make 50% of that, which is huge. It's huge. And then everything from level 2 to 10 as a networker, you're making 2% of the rest. So level 2 to 10, there's 10 levels. You're getting 50%, not 10, not 8, not 5. You're getting 50% on level 1, and then you're getting another 2% on level 2 to 10. And a guy like Marcos that does YouTube videos, all right, and when he gets good at this, because he will get good at this, I'll help him. Like, let me use him as a great example. When he goes and does his YouTube videos and he puts his link out there, and everybody, stranger people, watch his videos on YouTube, thousands of people, and then they click his link and join Surex, he is going to make 50% of everything that individual does in the exchange. You think about that for a minute. That is massive amounts of money, massive amounts of money. And you already know how the 10 levels goes down 2%. And we've seen everything go down from 2% to 1 to half to 3/4 to decimal 3. You've seen all that already. This stays flat at 2%. So 50% off everybody on level 1. I heard him say wow a second ago. And then 2% on every other level. This is the juice, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of juice. And depending on how you're marketing yourself and depending on how you do business out there, you can make a tremendous amount of commissions here. And again, that's another reason I said that right at the very beginning. I've seen a bunch of different exchanges don't pay anything. I've seen a bunch of Forex things that pay $3. You know how many YouTube links you gotta pump for $3 each? Like a lot, man. And you know that's peanuts. Here you're making 50% of everything that these people are doing, which is, again, it's kind of like a cumulative total that comes in every month on that individual. And then let's say Marcos has got 1,000 signups off of YouTube times everything those people are doing every month. I'm just saying, it's just massive amounts of money. And we saw some spreadsheets in the office and they did some extrapolations like Andy does. And I was blown away. Like, again, I'm going to say this, a guy like Marcos in our family right now, doing what he does, This young man can make like $5 million doing this year. 5 million easily. I saw what the other kids are doing in Taiwan and Vietnam and stuff, and they do less than him. And this guy's got a way bigger reach and knows way more than they do. And those kids are already making $3-4 million. And Marcos, I guarantee, is going to make like $5 million here. I promise. I know he will. Know it. And I'm going to help him make that because he's going to give me half, like he always does.
You are so funny.
You love it how I throw that in there, hey?
Just
All right.
love it.
And then, okay, so above and beyond this ranking level, so we got level 1 to 10. This is our first level, 68%. Remember, we're making 68% here, so it adds up. And I'll get into more details, and I'll show you guys the back office. And once, like next week, we'll have more numbers to look at, and then it will be all like clearer. It'll be clearer. So just be patient. And then we have the VIP levels, and you got VIP 1. VIP 2, VIP 3, 4, and 5, and these are numbers of deposits. So if people come in the exchange, and under Marcos, he's got $50,000 worth of money rolling in all the people he signed up, then he moves to VIP 1, and he gets an additional 2% of all that action as well. It's huge. And then if he's got $150,000 worth of crypto going on in all his members in his bubble, then he gets another 4%. You see how the percentage doesn't go down? It actually goes up. Like, this stuff makes me happy, man. And there's no binary. There's none of that sauce. There's no legs, none of that sauce. It's all uni level. It's all wide open. It's so amazing. And then then you make another 4%, broski. And then after that, you got to make sure that you have to have 3 VIP 2s under you for that next level of 6%. So you have to have 3 other people in your team that have 150K worth of business with them. I'm going to talk like that. It's easier to understand. So if you have 3 other people now under you, maybe Carl, maybe Dora, and maybe whoever, Guillermo, if you got 3 other people underneath you that all have 150K in business, then you move up to VIP 3 and you get an additional 6%. And then again, same thing for VIP 4, and then same thing, you get it, rinse and repeat for VIP 5. But that's the other thing. So what this does at this level of VIP 3 is it kind of makes you make sure you're building leaders. This is what this does. It's like, okay, I got to make sure that I get Carl up to 150K. I got to make sure I get Dora up to 150K. I got to make sure I get Andy up to 150K, and then I can advance. And we've seen this before in other ones, but again, the pay was no good. Here, the pay is amazing. And so it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. And so that's all you got to do. And that actually helps you build more leaders and leadership. And that also helps you advance ranks and all that stuff. And it actually helps you make more money. So rather than this starting at 10 and going down to 2, as you build people, you're getting paid more, which that's the way I like it. This is the kind of math I want to see. And so that's how this works. The more people you build up, the more you make, which I really like that. So you can see a little chart here. First generation VIP, you're going to make 2%. Okay. In VIP 4, you're going to make 2%, 1.5, and another 1. And then in VIP 5, you're going to make 2%, 1.5, 1, 0.5, and 0.5, 5 levels deep. This is on top of the first 10 levels. Let me explain. So we got first 10 levels, and then it goes to the VIP range, and then you're going to have another additional 5 levels. So remember, you're making the first 10 levels, and you're making 50% on your level 1 back there. And now you open up all 10 levels, let's say, and now you get to VIP 1, and now you're making another 5 additional levels when you get to VIP 5. So it's, again, when I said before, a tremendous amount of money, I wasn't joking. Like if you unlock all these levels and you're good at this, you are making a really ridiculous amount of income, like commission-wise, like ridiculous, like insane. So again, level 1, 50%, level 2 to 10, 2%. Then we get to the VIP 5 levels, okay? And then that's how that 10% is split around too. So you can see that you got 2, 2, 2 like that, 1.5, 1.5, 1, 1, 0.5, and 0.5 on the 5th generation, okay? Then you got the President's Club. And so you get an additional 5% there, and you can use that 5% towards travel, luxury car, luxury goods, quarterly dividends. So again, I don't care about any of the first 3 because I can buy all that stuff already, but the quarterly dividend, that's what I signed up for. I want a nice, big, fat, juicy bonus check every 90 days. Like, I mean, a fat one, a big one, and that's what's going to be like. And so you already know how you get excited about those bonuses. Well, imagine how big your bonus will be every 90 days, and then you cash that in, and you'll be like, yes. And I can't wait till we do the Zoom call when you cash your first one, and me too. But that's really what's going to go on. And then some people do want this other stuff. They want travel, they want a luxury car. I know you're still wanting one, luxury goods, all that kind of stuff. So there's all these bonuses are going to be there, and you guys will see some of the promotions they do. These guys are highly promotive, like they really, really are. And so it's a different kind of company. Like it is. You'll see that too. You'll see how these guys roll. It's actually really different. And so the contract trading fee, the benefits of the 50%, you see that. You got all 10 levels, and you've got 5, 5, 5, 5 across all 10 like that. And it adds up. The contract dividends and rewards are both distributed in the ST coin. So you're going to get the ST coin on that. And then you're going to end up swapping that for USDT, Bitcoin, or one of those two. That's what I'm doing. So you do what you want, but I'm going to swap my ST for Bitcoins. And then it can be converted to 90% USDT, which you can still swap to Bitcoin. And there's a 10% and 10% contract funds. So what that means is that 10% will go back into your contract, and that you will grow that money in the system. So 90% goes home and 10% stays and grows in the system. So you take 90 home and you leave 10% to grow more for you and create more dividends. So it's positive, right? So you take out 90 in cash and you put 10 back to work. 90 in cash and 10% back to work, okay? And you can see that contract funds can be used for contract trading. Profits can be withdrawn. It's obvious. And then contract fees are distributed daily, every single day. So it's an every single day withdrawal for a total of 10 levels. So every single day, you're getting your thing in your back office. Lots to consume. We're still not even close to being done. I still want to show the website now. But this is the guy that started Binance, all right? He founded it in 2017. It took 4 years to become the richest Chinese man in history. He surpassed Jack Ma from Alibaba, and that Li Jingcheng guy, I'm not even sure what he does. Only the cryptocurrency circle can create miracles, right? And you can be the next miracle. And they just have this little slide, but you guys can all be the next miracle. Like you guys can get out there and really grow with stuff like this. And we're already growing with stuff like this. You already know we got growth all going on in the family. So this is another tool and another added value and another benefit for everybody to be able to use an exchange, be able to convert cryptos, to be able to make money in networking, and also use some of the winnings that they have. Like remember, like some people like myself have a lot of winnings, and it's actually just sitting too. And I actually want to put it to work. So again, I put 10K in here today to work for me and stuff like that. So, you know, I want to start growing money that I've already made now. Like I've made my commissions, cool. And now I want to grow my commissions another level. And why? Why do I want to? Because I want to collect as much Bitcoin before next year's happening. That's why. Like I have a strategy and a plan. Like I want to multiply this shit. I want to turbocharge my winnings. And unless you start using tools like this and other things to do that, you're not going to make it. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to help you become rich. And it's, you know, they say it doesn't need once is enough. And that's true. Once you get rich once, you're pretty good after that, right? Like you don't have to try again. You're there now. And so that's what it's all about. But again, I thank you all for letting me have the opportunity to help you guys become rich. And again, it just begins. It's definitely nowhere near the end. We are just beginning what we're up to here. So really, really cool stuff and really, really exciting things. So let me show you the website. Let me go there now. Okay. Let's go to the Surex website. So trading platform right here, you guys can get started. You can see all the different coins that are here and what they're at today. So greens means the gains. There's Tron and USDT. You guys are familiar with that one. It made 1% today. And then there's losses, you know, and there's gains and there's losses. And this happens all the time. And then you can see the tops here. So you can see Bitcoin was up today 0.33. So again, if I had Bitcoin, you know, and converted, I would have made more money today. Bitcoin Cash is up today. Tron's up today. Ethereum's up today. So all the big boys at the top are up. BNB, look at that. It's worth $304. And remember, I got those at 10 cents. So right here, this particular coin at $304, I got a shit ton of those, a big pile, and I only paid 10 cents for them, just like here at Surex. Remember that part, because that's the juice. And so if you think about my coins that are worth $304 each now, it's insane. Like it's actually really insane how much money I've made just off that from back in the day. News is going to be coming on here, so you guys will see more and more of the updates here as well. There's an elite trader section, there's tournaments, there's promotions, and again, they're going to fill it up because it's still new. You've got the Android app, and we will be on the Apple Store. It says coming soon, because again, we're still new. So lots of still development coming. So everyone will see as we grow and progress. And again, remember, this is like a blue chip company. This is backed by serious investment firm. Like, this is not some fly by night, thing. This is real steel, solid steel, and everything's in here. All the licenses are in place. It takes a long time to even get the licenses before they can even turn this thing on. So again, it's all been a lot of hard work, the kind of work that I do to get here. Remember, we're using AI, okay, to provide trading and management in there. Everything's on the blockchain, digital assets, and AI. We actually have support as well, 24/7 support. And there you go. And there's just some of the things on the bottom of the website. You can do the market, follow trade, futures, staking, bull versus bear, the SLT pool, which I'm in, the swap, and spot trading is coming soon. We're also on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we're on Instagram. So you guys can follow those social medias. I know you like that. You can see the FAQs if you have questions. You can contact the company. They really have staff and they really answer. I met all the cute girls that answer the support. Really nice people. About us. So we can click on that for a sec. So we are now offering services to 100 countries, more than 100 countries worldwide. And you guys all know that I got over 50,000 customers in 100 countries worldwide myself. Just Jan, just this guy right here. I got over 100 countries and over 54,000 customers now. Okay. So think about that for a minute. All right. So if you think this is awesome, I think it's awesome. It's the people's exchange by making it the fastest growing market accessible for everyone. And again, we're about the people here. We're about the family. Again, this all follows in with my vision and who we are. And again, give it time, everybody. I know you're listening. I know you're trusting. Just give it time. It will grow on you and you'll really understand in the coming weeks why we're here and why this one. Just trust me on everything, please. And we have expert traders. It's simple, it's engaging and transparent. That's Marco's favorite department. That's another reason why we're here. This is the only transparent exchange I've ever met that actually shows everything in the back office and on the blockchain. The mission is to empower crypto believers to achieve their dreams and let our passion fuel your dreams. And the vision is to be your first social trading network. And again, Marcos is in social media. I'm in social media. We grew this big because of our social skills in social media. And so this is the social trading network. This fits again with us, our family, the characters in our family, the vision, how we work, why we work, how much money we want to make when we work. It pays handsomely. So again, lots of cool things going on here. Apart from offering regular spot and contracting, it's got an innovative and smart, easy to use functions. They have a multilingual interface, 24/7 customer support. Somebody like Walter, test the support system between now and next week. Send them an email and ask them a crazy question. Find out what the answer is, please. Okay. Do it. Everybody do it. Somebody do it. Let me know. Send that email. Check it out. I want some answers because I'm the worst guy. I never use support. Honestly, I never really do. Like, I have never written from the outside to support. Like, I never really ever have. I know it sounds crazy, but I really haven't. I've always been internal. So I get stuff done because I call the boss and I kick his ass and light a fire under there. All right, so this is the market listings. You can search a coin by name, and then again, remember we're gonna bring other companies to the exchange and to the listings, and that's gonna get really sexy. And let me tell you how. Let me explain. When you're part of this business model like we are now, you're gonna get news and updates in your email. Okay. Let me use Solana because we know that name. So Solana, before it got listed on the exchange, had to get listed on the exchange somewhere. And so now you're going to get an email from Surex and it's going to say, Marcos, check this out. Solana is being listed on Monday. It's a brand new project. Here's some data about it. Here's what the company's doing. Here's blah, blah, blah. Get ready. You're going to make some money now. And then Solana will list on Monday. And when it lists on Monday, you can put your pre-buy order in on that coin. Okay. And you could throw $1,000 on that Solana that's listing on Monday. And then Solana is going to go up on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and stuff like that. And then you can sell. You can actually sell high for where you bought from low. So you're going to buy low on Monday because you get the early news of the listing, and then you're going to sell high on Friday. And there's a chance that your $1,000 buy could turn into $3,000, $4,000, $10,000. I don't know because, again, it's the market's appetite. Nobody knows. But the point is you have the ability now. You have this ability to make money on things that you never had the ability before to. Okay. Second thing, you can have your $1,000 ready and you can have your copy trade going, and your on the guys that trade for us in the system are going to buy that Solana coin on release on Monday in our exchange. And they're going to make some wager on that for everybody. And you can just sit back and let the automatic system do it for you too. So lots of cool ways to take advantage of exchange listings. And again, we can't do that at Binance. We're not on the inside there. We don't get those kind of emails there, but we're going to get them here. And we're going to know right before this thing launches that to be ready, and it's launching on Monday. And then boom, we're going to be able to take advantage of that. And that to me is, again, money in the bank. You know, that's why I signed up for money in the bank, right? The spot market is that, so it's buying low, selling high. Okay, that's all these coins that are listed here, and there's a lot. And also the other thing is you can swap here, so you can swap your USDT to another one, and you can bring in your SHIB coin and get rid of it now and get something else. You know, you can. It takes Litecoin, but nobody uses that anymore. But it's got all the main ones that everyone's using, and so it's really handy. Okay, then it's got futures, and this is where you leverage trade. Okay, you got a trade button over here. I'll press it for you guys. You can see. Here you go. Look at this. This is a sexy interface that goes on here. Right now, I can trade Bitcoin to US dollar, and I know how to do this. So I could actually do this, but I don't have any money in my account right now. So by next Thursday, I'll put some money in there and I'll take you guys on a demo through this next week. We've already been on this call a long time, but next week, I'll show you guys some stuff. Here, you can set your leverage 1 time, 3 time, 5 time, 10 time, and I'll crank it to 125 times so you can see that. So it's 125 times leverage. That means my $10 is worth 125 times $10. So I'll leverage 125 for you guys next week. And for the fast math guys, just add a 0. That means my $10 is worth $1,250. Okay. And so that means I'm playing and I'm trading with $1,250, not 10. Right? Wow. And then if my $1,250 makes gains, I'm making gains on $1,250, not 10, which again, wow. Right? So that's what's going on. So really interesting stuff, and why leverage trades are so popular and people love it, because if you're good at this and you can actually make money with leverage, you're making a lot more than the other guys that are losing. Okay. So it's a winner's, it's a lion of the jungle game in here. You know, if you're a lion and you come in the jungle like this, you can make a lot of money. If you're the sheep, you're probably going to get eaten by the lions, just letting you know ahead of time. So if you're a sheep, definitely go with the copy trade. But if you're a lion, come in here and make some buys and sells like I'm going to do. And I'll show you guys how I do some too. I'm actually really excited to get back into trading myself. But for the most part, I'm going to set my money on autopilot. I just want to be clear about that. I'll do some demo trades on Thursdays for you guys. We'll have some fun. I'm not going to take a real serious attitude to it, but I'm going to use the auto trade system to definitely grow my money. 100% like that. That's why I signed up. Okay. So now you see it. So this is a great interface, really clean, really concise. Everything's there. There's no data because I haven't done any orders, but once I do orders, it'll all show up there. And then I can transfer those funds after, okay? And I can choose whatever asset I want to use. You can see that, okay? And so just different things, and I can do a long trade or a short trade, right? And that's what trading is about. So longing and shorting, and we'll explain more in the coming weeks of how that works. And I know there's some people on this call going, wow, I've always wanted to learn this, Jan. This is so cool. Thank you. And I'm like, okay, you are welcome. You'll see. Some of you are going to be really good at this, and some of you are just going to do what Marcos does and be lazy and hit the auto button, right? Because you got no time. You're making videos. All right, so you can do a quick swap. The spot is coming soon. So you hit the trade button. You can do a quick swap with 0 fees and no slippage, by the way. So you can do a quick conversion. If you already have your money in here, there's no fees. Look, quick conversions with 0 fees. So let's just say I've got, I have nothing in here right now. No, I've already made ST token. Look at that. Actually, did the timer go by? It did. I've already made 720 dividends today, guys. I did a $10,000 deposit. I've already made 720 STs. Wow, I didn't even know. Surprise, Jan. Surprise, bro. Cool. So I've got 720 to F with here, which is I've already made $80 today in hours. Like I did it at like 11 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock now. That's 3 hours and change, and I've already made $80 off my dividends. Look at that. That's why I'm here. I just love making money. Crypto rewards, all right? So there you go. So I can swap my gains that I made today off my deposit already into USDT. Like, tell me again how cool that is. And boom, swap, hit the button, and it's going to go through. I'm not going to do it today because what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up a whole bunch till next Thursday, and then we'll see how much I got, and then we'll do it on Thursday next week. But I'm going to do that for you guys live next Thursday, and I'll swap my dividends for you in a USDT, and then I'm also going to withdraw them live, and you guys can see how fast they come to my wallet and stuff like that, like we've done before. We want to show everybody the goods and show everybody it works, okay? And swap is currently available for ST to USDT via the fund wallet. Click here for more details. Okay, so that's what you're able to do. Okay, if you want to convert a Bitcoin to something else, you're going to have to trade it. You're going to have to sell your Bitcoin to the market, and then it comes back in USDT, and then you can withdraw that. But I'll teach you guys that all next week. I don't want to confuse anybody. And then there's perpetual contracts settled in USDT, so you can do it on Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Tron, Ethereum, BNB, and I think there's a few more there. Let's look here. There's a little button there. No, okay, those are the main ones. Ah, come on, Jan. Yeah, those are the main ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas where you guys can grow your funds on here and increase your capital. So again, I've got a bunch of Bitcoin sitting around. I can bring it in here and I can grow it. I've got some BNB token. As I said before, I've got them at 10 cents. They're $300 something. I can bring them here now and I can grow them. The reason I haven't done that is because I've been deathly afraid of Binance closing my account because it was from Canada. Like, I swear to God, I tell you guys the truth. I'd never put my BNBs into work because I was always afraid that, you know, Binance was going to do something with Canada and blah, blah, blah. And then they eventually did. And I heard through the rumor mill that it was coming. And so I was always afraid. So I just kind of kept the tokens in my wallet and I never grew them. And now I have a home where I can grow my money. I'm serious. Like, I was always afraid of them, like clamping or freezing my money at Binance. That is a big fear of mine with Binance, is the freezing of funds. Like, I just don't trust them. You can see the leaderboard here now. This is some money making, you know, animals here. Let's go yesterday. Let's do last 7 days. Look at this. So in the last week, Japan, this user ID guy, has made $2.9 million in trades. 2.9 million. This dude in Taiwan, 2.8 million. This guy in Malaysia, where I am now, 2.7 million. This guy in Indonesia, 2.6. Taiwan, 2.5. China, 2.5. Vietnam, 2.1. Thailand, 2 million. South Korea, 2 million. And Vietnam, 2 million. And yes, it's all Asian. Yes, it is, because we're in Asia. This is why. But now we're going to have USA on here. We're going to have Canada on here. We're going to have UK because of us, because of Jan, Marcos, Walter, and all of you in our family. And we're going to have Africa on here, right? Nigeria will show up here now. And India is going to be on here. You'll see how this changes because of us. But we're going to end up opening this up and exposing this to the world, and it's going to get out there. That's our job, to become, you know, global promoters of this thing. And you can see here the last 10 positions are during the event. Total trading volume are plus or minus of 1 million, and the winning rate during the event was plus or minus 50%. Like, that's huge. 50% at 2.9 million. What is that, Walter? That's 1.45 million, bro. These guys are beasts. And then you can see the profit and loss. This guy, 100%, 100%, 100%, all wins, no losses. So these guys are making bacon like crazy, all 100%. So really, really powerful, amazing, actually. This stuff really impressed me when I looked at that too. Then there's the bull versus bear. This is where you can, you know, leverage $10, $20, $50, $100 against whether the bull's going to win or the bear's going to win. And I can transfer some funds. I only have $1 in there because I deposited $10,001, and then I put the 10,000 to work already, which I've made 80, as you see. I could go sell those tokens right now back to USDT, but I'm waiting till next Thursday for everyone on that call. But in the future, next Thursday, I will do this. So next Thursday, I'll sell the tokens. You'll see that. Next Thursday, I'll do the bull versus bear, and I'll choose a position here, and I'll leverage some funds on that and see if I win. And then I'm going to give away the winnings. So that my deal will be this: if I win on the bull versus bear thing, whatever I win, I'm going to give it to you guys. I'm going to give it away to the family. Okay, that's my promise to everybody. So I will show you how this works, and only next Thursday will I give it away, because then everything after that I'll become addicted, and I'm going to want to keep it for myself. But next Thursday, I will do the bull versus bear live for everybody, because I'll have some funds in there, and then you guys can see. And if I win, I'm going to give away whatever I want. Okay, so get ready. Come to next Thursday's call. Okay, and you've got a 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute interval in here. Okay, and you can basically set your value on that time table. So you got 4 different times. So if you actually want to make a play in a 1 minute window, we're going to do that next week, and then we'll choose like 5 minute, and then we got to wait around for 5 minutes and see what happens. But we can make gains in a 1 minute window, and you can just keep going and going and going and do it again and again and again. It's actually really amazing, and I would say it's a little addictive. There's people that love this. They just keep hitting that $100 button, and they just keep doubling their $100 like a boss. Like, it gets a little bit crazy, you know. Be careful, everybody. Be careful.
Kind of like binary.
Yeah, exactly. So how to play, if you guys want to come to the website, most of you guys got links now. You can come here and do this. You can read up, but you select your currency, you set your buying side, bull or bear. Then there's a USDT to kick it on. It's a game. Players can choose from a match in the game of 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, like I showed you. After a successful match, the starting price will be captured. The final result of winning or losing will be compared to the price at the beginning of the game. Profit calculation. If the player buys a bull market and the closing price is greater, then the user wins, or vice versa. If a player buys bear and the final price is lower, the user wins, and vice versa. Vice versa means you lost, right? So if you choose correctly, you win. And there you go. And then you can see the index. So you can select your whatever index, because it's going to take a price from one of these 4 companies. So KuCoin, Huobi, OKX, or Binance. It'll take this price of Bitcoin from there. That's what it's asking you to do. So you got to choose. I'm going to go with KuCoin like that, you know. And actually, sorry, the weighted index is an average of all 4. So it takes all 4 of these and averages them to this bottom number. Okay, that's an average of all 4. And then it shows any orders that you have here, which I have none yet, but I will next week. And I'll do this with you guys and we'll have some fun. We'll see if we can win some money together. I think we have good luck. All right, now the Earn tab is probably the best tab for everybody. So just pay attention to this one. This is everything on autopilot under Earn. Okay, so you can do everything under autopilot. So you can stake, one-click staking, ROI paid daily. So your return on investment is going to be paid daily. So you can put in your amount, whatever it is, estimated earnings. So let's put in 10K like I did today. I deposited 10K. So 10,000 is going to pay me $2,160, right? Which is really, really good. That is what? 21.6%, right? Very good. And monthly earnings. So again, this is again doing absolutely nothing. So I got crypto sitting in my wallet, rotting away, doing nothing. I'm going to take it here. I'm going to put 10K of my USDT here, and I'm going to come out with 12.16, you know, so I'm making money instead of just letting it sit around doing nothing, which is what staking is so good for. Staking is awesome. So again, if you've got savings and you've got some savings built up and you want to grow it some low risk, no risk. This is the no risk growth. Like there's no risk here, 0 risk, really. There is no risk here. So the risk quotient goes down to 0 here. And so you can grow your funds. It's just like putting money in the bank and then paying you interest for leaving your funds in the bank. Like really, it's that simple. There's no risk putting $1,000 in the bank and them giving you interest, you know, every month or whatever. So again, same thing here. You put your money in here at no risk, and then you make that interest every month. And you can again select 90 days, right? So let's do that again. 10K. You're going to make 390 in 90 days. You make less in 90 days. You make, it looks like a little more in 180 days. Yeah, 900. And then in 360 days, you make the most. So if you commit to 360 days of savings, you're going to make the most money, 2160 on that. And again, doing nothing, absolutely nothing. There's nothing to follow. There's nothing to trade. There's no confusion. You don't have to learn anything. All you gotta do is make your deposit and then stake it. Like it's like 2 steps, deposit and then hit the stake button. Stake now. There's the button right here. Big orange one. Easy peasy. And you know what? Next week, I'm going to put some funds in here and I'm going to stake for everyone too. I'll show you guys how that works next Thursday as well. So I'm going to do everything so you guys can see it all. I really want everyone to understand it and do it.
Can you stake USDT TRC20 or is it only Ethereum?
Good question. When I did the deposit, it asked me either one. So I'm pretty sure like when I did my initial deposit, it asked me for either one. Yeah, pretty sure you can. But that's a good question. Maybe next week I'll start right from the deposit level and then start there. And then you guys can watch me do all that. Maybe that's what I'll do too. Because, you know, we all love watching the nuts and bolts and that's what you like too. So I do too. So maybe I'll just start there and I'll do the deposit and then we'll go through all the things. All right. So here is the follow traders. These are all the traders that you can follow in the business and you can see their percentage of ROI right here. You can see 20% here in 30 days. It's all in 30 days, 14%, 17, 8, 19, 14, 18, 14, 12, 16, 20, 13, 18, 21.56. Arsenal seems to be the biggest guy here. He's got 21.56. Okay. And the reason I'm looking for the biggest guy, no, this guy right here, 26.66 right there. We're going to come back to him in a minute. And we're gonna look at his trading window here, and we'll see what he's doing. Like, what is he trading? But look how many people you can choose from to trade for you. Like, it's awesome, and all these people are making bacon. So again, look how many options you have. Lots of options. But I'm gonna go after what most people go after, the big guy. So let's just go look at the big guy. Here we go. So if I put in my $1,000 to follow him, so there's where it goes, USDT. You can select how many days you want to follow. So you can do 7, 14, 21, or 28 days. So again, you're not even risking your capital for that long. You're putting it in for 28 days. That was Walter's question earlier. So you only got 4 choices. You got 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, and 28 days. And then your ROI is going to be 26.66% in the 30-day window, right? So really good earnings. 14,000%, or sorry, 14. My $1,000 will be 1,437 by the end of the month. So I'm going to make $437.29 profit on that 1,000. And remember, the 1,000's still mine. Like no one took the 1,000 from me, and then I got to ask for it back someday. It's not taken away from me. It's yours. The 1,000 doesn't disappear somewhere, and then it's not yours anymore. The 1,000 is still yours, and $1,000 USDT is still Marcos's money in the system. It doesn't leave. It's there. And the $437 profit that he's going to make following this guy is yours too. It gets deposited right into your account again. So again, it's not mystery money. It's not leaving your ownership at all. Like you own it. It's your money, and you're actually making profit on top of it. So that's a secure thing. Like I think some people really want to try that and want that in life, right? In crypto life, they want some security of what's going on. You can see this dude has over 2,000 followers. His win ratio 50%, which is really good. Total transactions, number of winning trades, just a little more. He's lost in 1, yeah. And his frequency is 55 trades a week, and he's been trading for 190 days. So he's been doing good. This dude has been doing really good, and he's been making the bacon. So again, it's that simple. Welcome to earning on autopilot. Thank me again. So easy, right? I know you love this. Like so easy, and it's actually fun. Like you get to. And like Walter said, okay, well, when can I switch off that guy and try another guy? Well, 7 days. And by the way, Walter, like you were asking me, you can actually trade with this guy for 7 days and then go back and trade with another guy with another amount of money for another 7 days. Because look at all the ones that are lit up in red here. So I can try this guy with $1,000. I can try this guy with $1,000. I can try this guy with $500, example, right? So you can try different people with different denominations. And some, like that guy that does the big percentage, I'm going to let him roll for 30 days because I want to see what that guy can do for me in a month. But maybe some of these other ones, I'll just go 7 days and just see what the juice comes back, right? So really, really interesting. And then you can also follow. So if you see here, they have a follow button, so you can follow their antics throughout time, and it gets interesting. And then this is what I did today, the SLT pool. So there's reasons why I started here, and I teach you guys all my opinion of everything. But the SLT pool is again investing in the overall business, receiving a dividend every day, and growing the actual token that's going to be released in the market at the end of the year. And I, Jan, want to have as many of these tokens at 10 cents as I possibly can, because I know this is all solid steel. And so when this thing goes to the next level of business, and this thing launches to the world at the end of the year, and it's on all the other crypto exchanges and all that, my goodness, I'll tell you now, and you're still with me. I know Marcos is going to be with me by the end of the year. I know many of you will be. You'll see how much I make on my decision right now, because it's a decision that I made. So I made a decision. I'm accumulating these tokens, and when these tokens actually go to market and go for sale and are out there, and it's backed by this business and this business model and all these credentials and all this top quality everything, and we got thousands of people obviously already in here trading and doing everything, like this thing is just going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And guess what's going to happen to my money? Grow. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's going to be so exciting to see the results of this. And again, I had the Binance stuff since 10 cents, and I'm years later. What's this going to look like years from now? I don't even know, but it's going to be gigantic. So you can see right here the SLT token. SLT subscription. I'm already mixing this up. It's the SLT subscription, the SLT liquidity pool, and the ST token. The token is called ST, and this is the in-house owned by the company asset. It's a company-owned asset, like a stock. Okay, you got to think like that. It's a company-owned asset. It's not for sale. I can't buy any. I can't sell you any. It's only in the company. It's a company-owned asset, and it's already worth 11 cents. So look at that. Really nice gains on that. Look at my balance. I already got 720 of them, and I just started today. Look at my deposit. I've deposited deposited 10,000 USDT in there, and I already got my distribution of funds, and I made 720 STs already. Like, how cool is that? I was like, I didn't even expect this yet. Like, I really didn't. And then you can buy more subscription, right, with your USDT, or you can sell your subscription back to the company. You can't sell it to me. You can't sell it to you. You can only sell your subscription back to the company. So what does that say again? You can get out. So again, if you buy in and you do this for 2 months, and only an example, and all of a sudden you need money, you can come back and sell it and get out back to USDT and free up your capital again. So how cool is that again? Like, this is the coolest I've ever seen it. That's another reason why I did this. That's another reason why I chose this company, because this company doesn't hold your money ransom. They even give it back to you if you're in trouble or you want it, or whatever decision you make. You can decide to be in or you can decide to be out. You get the decision. My family gets the decision of whether being in or out, and at whatever time they want. Again, how cool is that? Nobody does this in the industry. And that's what I like about here. It's that freedom aspect. You know, I have the freedom to decide to make money. I also have the freedom to leave when I'm done, or freedom to go when I need to, which again, I'm telling you, it doesn't happen anywhere. And those copy trade things where it's 7 days and all like that, all of them are always at 30. So I just want to highlight that too. If you go to any other, even the Forex guys, you have to commit for a minimum of 30 days. Okay. But here you can commit for only 7, 14, 21 like that. First ones in the industry like that right here. Okay. And then staking. Staking is also usually an annual thing, but here you can stake for 90, 180, or 360. So again, giving the users and the members and my family more options and less, you know, just less time of that. You know, you got this thing where you can try things for not a long time and see how you like it. And I like that. I like choices. I like flexibility. I like freedom. These are my keywords, and this has everything. So again, why I chose this and why I'm part of this is those are there. Those keywords are here too. So again, a lot of really good quality things here. Okay. And then you've got your orders. So if you have any open orders, this will show you a log of that, which I don't have any orders, but we will next week. Next week, I'm actually gonna do some trades for you guys. Then you have your wallets, and you can deposit in Bitcoin. There's your USD Tether. Okay. And let's go to that because you asked a specific question about that. So let's go to USD Tether deposit. And there's your types. You can do ERC20, BEP20, the Binance version, and the TRC20. So yes, they have it, bro. And I knew they did.
Super. That's great.
Yeah. And so we got that. And then you can withdraw, of course. You've got withdrawals. So you're going to have to do your verification in order to withdraw. And you're going to have to set a funding password in order to withdraw as well. So you have to do 2 steps. So verification is required because we're dealing with money here, and they do have a license. So this may not appeal to people that don't want to give their identification. Okay, it may not appeal to them, just straight up. I'm going to be straight up about everything. But for the ones out here that don't mind, like myself, and my money's at risk here, so I don't mind having my identification. Plus, I've met all of the owners. I know everybody. I have no issues with it whatsoever. So obviously, I've given my identification. So, and it takes about 24 hours for them to verify your driver's license or passport. And that's all it's about. And you can do that. And again, remember, we're licensed in America, Canada, globally. So really, there is no fear for any citizen to actually put their ID here because we're fully licensed around the world. Again, another major milestone and key point, right? And then you can see your deposit history. I put in 10K today. You can even see I did this. There's no timestamp, but I did it, you know, just a few hours ago, and it went in like fast. Of course it did. You know, everything works here perfectly, actually. And I haven't taken anything out, but I will. I'll do a withdrawal too. We'll try everything. We'll make sure it all works and everything because I want to show you guys that. But I obviously can't do it until my verification's done, and I only did it a few hours ago. So we'll wait for that. But I'll show you guys how all that looks next week. And it's got all the best assets that you can go with, right? Spot wallet, futures, finance, all that. And they're all here. And we're going to have more. We just began, so everything is just brand new. So we'll definitely have more. And then you can go in here and see your account information, security setting, devices, activities, identity, referral, reward center. So let's go to reward center for a minute. I have no rewards yet because we haven't made any. Oh, actually, there's these coupons that we're going to give away to people, and then they can come in and cash them in for funds to put into their exchange. And then we'll be able to use those rewards in that. So I don't have any yet, but I'll have some next week. Get some of that for everybody. And let's look at the referral section. So here we go. We've already got all these people signed up. Look at that. 3 pages of peeps. Look at that. Boom. just tonight, first Zoom call, all these people in there. And I'm at level 0 like everybody else, everything under 50K. So check mark there, boom. And so you guys, this is your, and my pool ranking, same thing. So you can see all that stuff. And then you can see your daily income. You know, I haven't made any money yet, but we will. You've got your referral bonus on staking. So if anyone's staking, you're going to get a referral bonus on staking. You get bonuses on everything here. Like every area has commission. Again, this is why we joined this, because we want to make money. We want to make as much crypto as we can. And so everything that's going on here is commissionable. And you can see the emails are hidden, which I like. But you can see that I got 3 pages of signups. So let me say this. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for doing this with us. Thank you for trusting us. And thank you for being part of this. Like, that's really good. Everybody signed up. They all got their links. So it's good. Next week, we'll have the call where we give away all the crypto and everyone will have their code. And we'll just, it'll keep growing week to week. And we're going to, Marcos and I and everybody on my team, we're going to keep giving that money away. Like, we actually have an unlimited budget. So we have an unlimited budget of free crypto to give everybody. So it'll happen week after week after week. And we'll be doing this for like a long time. Like, I don't know, a year, 2 years, something like that, at least, I don't know, for a long time. So the exchange is not going anywhere, but up. It's going to grow like crazy. They're looking at us to bring in new markets. Obviously, you guys saw it was heavily Asian, which is all good. They were the test monkeys before us. They got to try it and work out all the bugs before we put our money in. And I kind of like that too. I'm not going to lie. I like that too. And so, you know, let them test it first. I'll come second, right? And I've said this before too about the Pepsi Coca-Cola thing. But I would rather be Pepsi all day. Like, being Coca-Cola comes with so much drama. You know, like, we've got other stuff that we do and we see the top one and how much drama that has. And being Coca-Cola has so much drama. And then you're Pepsi and you just kind of sneak in behind Coca-Cola and you get all the deals they don't get. And you get all the tried markets that they've already tried and stuff like that. And I always like the Pepsi position. Like, number 2 is sometimes way better than number 1. So I let all the first guys go first. And then we come in second and we make that bacon. And that's what I do for the family. So thank you guys so much. Thanks for having a deep dive with me. And we're going to get into more stuff next week, as you know. So it's going to get really cool and really exciting for everybody. But let's throw up some hands. Let's hear some comments or whatever. If anyone wants to say what they think, let's go. Don's got some comments. Go ahead, D. Say something.
Hi, John.
Hello, hello.
Wow, this one is a high. Yeah, can you hear me? This was another wonderful and powerful presentation tonight. I must commend your strength and energy. I was actually made a co-host at some point. I left the call. Then when I came back, I find myself out of the co-host. But
That's
that
okay.
being said, yeah, it's okay. So
I just want.
Yeah, I just want to say something about this company that you just presented. Actually, this is like a brand new, unique system that we have just come to see in the space again. Personally, it's so unique, and I see a lot of things that will make this company sell globally. The fact that they are well licensed to and regulated to operate in UK, US, and Canada.
And Africa. Remember that Binance now emailed all of your customers. You know they did. Binance has emailed all of your downline, didn't they? I know
I'm
they
telling
did.
you, this is going to be a hurricane. It's going to cut across every border of the world, and I know it's going to blow the world. And from what I'm seeing tonight, I can tell everybody on the call to please take a very deep look at this. After this call, go and research, make a very good research, and be able to put all your members and leaders in line. What is coming here is beyond human, perspective, because I can see a whole lot of systems joining this system from their own platform. And this is what we have just come to discover in this Surex. So I just want to commend you, Jan, to have been able to provide all these kind of wonderful different softwares and platforms that are changing lives globally. You have transformed a lot of lives in Africa and Nigeria as well. All our team members, all my team members, most of them have just turned millionaires in less than 5 months. I'm telling you. And everybody is wonderfully joining, following your movement, diversifying. And this is something that is rare presently to find in the space, a leader like you that can guide, protect, and bring out softwares that can go for a long time making money for their members. So I must commend you and thank God for your life, because this is not just common. I'm speaking globally now. Everybody should respect this man and join this movement. The movement for diversity 2030 is a real deal. We have seen the roadmap. We are with Jan all the way to do it. Most people don't understand it. We have seen it since January that this guy is going to lead us to very, very.
Don, I actually have a couple questions for you too. I want to ask you a couple things here. Okay, still there with me? You there?
And that what you're doing, you're going to get a lot of rewards.
Oh, we lost you. Okay.
And only God can just keep on rewarding more guys. And let's get up this train. This is another banger on the road. I can't even wait to finish the call and start talking to all my leaders. Thank you very much.
Okay, I have some questions for you, Don. Stay with me, okay? Stay with me. If I came to you and I said to you, and for the history that you know already about crypto, because you're a Bitcoin guy for years now, and you come from the banking industry, so that's why these questions are for you. If I said to you, Don, you can invest in Binance with me, Jan, because I show you this, and I say we can have these shares in the company for 11 cents right now, 10, 11 cents. And you know what Binance already did, and you know what some of these other crypto exchanges have already done. And I say to you, Don, look what I have here. I've got this at 11 cents. Would you say to me back, bro, this is amazing, let's do it, or what? Like just from the knowledge that you know, like you understand the upswing that can happen from 11 cents to the hundreds of dollars, and I know you do. And you know, like we don't really get these opportunities in life that often. Would you agree?
Like I said, this is rare to find in the space. If you come to me presently, like everybody should start seeing themselves as part owners of Binance, something like Binance coming.
Yeah.
Because I can see this is going to be bigger than Binance in such a way that is allowed to operate in Africa and US and some other places in the world. And that was why I said that it's a tsunami, because it's going to have to compete a lot with Binance and some other bigger exchanges in the world. Coupled with the fact that it gives a lot of reward to its members and those that are operating through their platform, is going to be a big banger. That's why I'm saying that whenever you ask me such question, it's like asking me if I don't want to be a part of Coca-Cola or I don't want to be a part of Pepsi kind of company. So this is huge,
exactly.
Jan.
Let me say this now. That exact analogy you said. Let me chime in here. So let's just say that. Let's say Binance remains Coca-Cola. Let's just say they stay there. It's great. Let them stay there. Let Binance be Coca-Cola. Awesome. But Coca-Cola has come out of Africa now, come out of Canada, come out of America. Coca-Cola is like canceling its distribution in all these major countries that are important. So that sucks for them. This gives us, the Pepsi, this opportunity to be something, to grow and go in there. Number two, all the other exchanges, you go ahead, everybody listening, you're watching me right now, you go ahead and you go look at all these other exchanges and see what kind of a networking program they have attached to them. And it's nothing. It's peanuts, it's garbage, okay? So you all are networkers. You know what you can do. You know how this can grow for you. And you saw the 50% commission right there. And Marcos yelled out, wow. Now just think about that. If we could have marketed Binance before, all of us, and made this kind of commission on Binance before, what would that have totaled? What would that have been in our bank accounts, our crypto accounts then? Like, just think like me. Like, you have to think like this. Now we have this opportunity to go out there and promote a Pepsi against Coca-Cola, and we're actually allowed and licensed in the areas they're not. In the biggest markets, Nigeria, all of the continent of Africa, all of USA, Canada, Mexico, Latin America, UK, Australia. Like, just think about this for a minute. And not only are we allowed, we get to use it as a tool ourselves to grow our wealth. That's amazing. And we get to make commission by sharing this for all the people that have stress and have been kicked out and don't have an answer and want to do stuff like this. So it's like, it's just so big when you understand the power of what this really means. Like, it's actually really big sauce. Like, it's so big. And we're brand new. We're the first guys in our worlds, in our areas, in our communities, in our countries here today. Like, there's nobody else. We're at ground zero again. Remember this pioneering, right? You remember how I always take you guys to the newest stuff right at the beginning. And we're here again, right at the start. And again, remember, this is a licensed blue chip company, just like Coinbase, just like Binance. This got all the licensing. It's got all the same stuff, backed by the financial industry in Singapore. It has everything those other guys have. I hear all the time, oh, Coinbase shut off my guy's deposit and he tried to go in there and this and that. It's not going to happen here because you know what else? I can pick up my phone and I can call the chief. I can call the big man and say, Don's guy needs his money today. Let's get it done. And then I can hang up the phone after. I can't do that at Binance for anybody. I can't do that at Coinbase for anybody. But guess what? I can do that here. You see? So what does that say? Massive power again, you see? So all these things, these are all tools to our success and our family. And again, I don't do anything that doesn't make us money. So you already know that part. Like the money, I always want to say the money with me is obvious, but taking care of the people is first. And I know we need tools. I know we need this. I know you'll understand more of why and so on. And really, we all need diversity in the growth of our wealth. Like everybody's getting wealthy around us. Everybody's getting savings of crypto. Everyone's stacking it in wallets. Look at Marcos. He's putting some in the Atomic wallet now. He's spreading it around. And then what? Like, what's the USDT doing in there? Well, it's doing shit all. It's doing nothing in the Atomic wallet. Now, instead of putting it in Atomic, you're going to put it here and it's going to grow. He can choose staking. He can choose the auto trading. He can choose the SLT pool. And he knows he's going to make returns. He knows that his USDT is actually going to grow bigger than the day that he deposited it. And he can rely on it. And he knows it's licensed. And he knows it's going to be around 10, 20 years from now. Like this stuff is just so powerful. I just love it, man. All right, Walter, you're up next. Let's hear from you.
Jan, my man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not kidding. Like I've got a trading background. This is the exchange I've been looking for. Not kidding. I've got 6 people already on my team. Like, wow, I'm telling you, this is the best thing because you've got a central hub that you can have your money growing for you. And you send it out to this engine, it works, send it back. Send it to this engine, works, send it back. Send it to this engine. And we've got a hub here that just simply grows our money as our engines are working for us. This is it, man.
And we have 4 engines out there. We have 4 platforms attached to us, plus our crypto hub exchange now, like you said. So Walter, do this for me. Make some kind of flow chart for us now. Get that beautiful brain of yours working. Make some kind of flow chart for next Thursday, and let's show everybody how we can link, send out and in and back again and grow other things like that. Think deeply about it. Write it all with your pencil first on graph paper, and then let's make some charts, man. I want to show everybody how we think because you definitely think a lot like me. I know you do. So good job, man. You got it. You understand the power of this thing.
I do. This is awesome.
Yeah, I know. All right, Gene, you're up.
I agree. This is amazing.
Thank you, Marcos. I know you see the value so far, and I know you don't trade anymore either, or any of that stuff, but you can see it, right? Like you can see how it's like it's the hub of our activity now. You know, it's going to be amazing.
Totally. I'm going to probably just to do a few demonstrations myself, just to say I actually did it, and do some of the trading. I'll learn a few little things, but I mean, of course, my main focus will be to bring in volume, to allow all those traders out there. It says, hey, all you traders out there that love trading, here's your place, and they can come there and they can trade, and I'll reap the benefits off of their trading. You know
it, bro. 50%, bro. And the other thing is, you like doing the spin on YouTube and all that. Oh, kicked out of Binance? Well, we have the answer. Oh, hey, have you been booted from Binance? Well, come, we have this, like you can use Binance now in your tagline, in your title, and use this against them. Pepsi against Coca-Cola, bro. Pepsi against Coca-Cola. The war is on.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll help you with that too. And so will ChatGPT.
Nice.
All right, Gene, are you there? Do you want to say something? Okay, Lillian Gold, you're up. Lillian Gold, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening from here.
I'm
actually from Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria and I'm good. I just want to say a big thank you to you, Mr. Jan. I've been following up on your projects, okay? And they are wonderful. The icing on the cake for me is this exchange. And I want to say it's an opportunity to be part of the pioneers of these wonderful projects. You have my word on this. Yes, we are pioneers of this wonderful project. And to think that this project is out to revolutionize the lives of as many people that will embrace it. Oh my God, I am amazed. And I'm going to share this good news. It is good news for all to hear and to be a part of it. Thank you so much, Mr. Jan. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lillian.
God bless
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And remember, next week we start giving everyone $30 for coming to the Zooms, Lillian. And then you can branch off and do your own Zooms, and so can Dawn and stuff like that. So we're going to have budget to actually reward all of the people to give us a try too, which is again so cool. We actually don't get that from other companies. We don't get a budget of sharing the crypto, right? And so this is going to be another game changer for all of us. It's going to make it actually really easy for us to grow this, because we're going to have $30 increments to give out, right? So you can't do that on the YouTube, unfortunately, but that's okay. But you can do that on the Zooms, and that's going to be huge, huge for everybody. Okay, thank you so much for seeing the value. Fishkins, I got to hear from Fishkins. I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. You want me to turn on the camera?
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah,
I mean,
I hit start video, so you can do your video if you want. There you
I'm
are.
in a real fancy place called my bed because I'm not moving today. Yesterday, I was driving in a car and it was just, it was so frustrating. But no, man, I just listened to it. Was a little, I mean, all this was a little overwhelming. It was almost as though I was getting too many Christmas presents and I didn't know which one to focus on, man. I mean, wow, Jan, I don't know, I was just thinking another platform, and that's cool, but you just went all out with the exchange. This is so cool. And and I was wondering this, I've never done this, but are you going to do examples of, or showing us, are we going to actually get to like learn to do trades, or is everything just kind of, automatic?
Oh no, we're going to learn
something I've never done.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you guys. Absolutely. And listen,
man,
at Surex,
so cool.
At Surex, we're going to bring the head trader on the Zoom calls, bro. We've never had that before in our lives. You know that we haven't. We've always wanted that. I'm going to bring the head trader on, and we're going to do special workshops from our family, all of our people, and he's going to show everything step by step, how he makes crazy bacon every day, and everyone's going to follow his techniques, his knowledge, this kind of stuff. And that's the best way to learn that. When someone shows you how to use the tools, it's the best way to learn it. I know you know that. You watch, you wait and see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Jan. Yeah, all right. Again, really appreciate you. I knew it was getting really exciting when Walter came on, because he lit up like a freaking Christmas tree.
Oh,
so
Walter's been with me since 2020. Okay, I think out of everybody here, Walter's been with me the longest in my vision and stuck to me like glue. He will
he's a great mentor. He's a great guy that I reach out to a lot.
He's seen my failures. Listen, we've had failures. You guys listen to me too. I never bullshit. We've had failures, but we're winning too, and there's wins and losses, just like the trades. And Walter's seen both sides of the coin, and he's stuck with me like glue since 2020 and never left my side. And look at him just now. Look at him light up, because he can see the value.
Oh God, yeah.
How hard I'm working, how hard I'm hunting, and what kind of software I'm bringing to our family. Like, he gets it flat out right away. So again, I said it earlier, you don't even have to understand everything today. It's day one, relax, but I know you see it. Just wait, come to next Thursday and next Sunday.
I'm super excited to roll with you, man. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you too, man. It's going to sink in, and you're going to see so much with us, man. Thank you.
Amen.
Okay. Who's next? Prince, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, boss, you should know I have loads of words for you every
Happy birthday. Hey, everybody, it's this guy's birthday today, by the way.
time. I'm just right now is that today's my birthday. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Boss. All right.
Everybody write Prince happy birthday.
Thank you,
in
boss.
the chat room, guys. Let him know. How you feeling about this? Do you see some value?
Thank you so much, boss. In fact, extreme value, boss. Linking up all the four engines, growing money, and then bringing them back in here to grow more is crazy.
Yep. You get it. You nailed it. You nailed it. You smart, brother. Thank you. You nailed it. You nailed it.
You know, I told you on chat on WhatsApp, I said, boss, I got your blueprints. I follow you tip tap, back to back. I follow every single bit of idea that you're bringing on the table. And I just want to tell you again, you are the killer bean, boss. Thank you so much for coming into the industry and making this change and revolution happen to the community, to the global crypto citizens. Boss, the vision, we are with you 247, 365, no backing down. We're the lions in the jungle, and we're going to kill all the meats in the jungle. Thanks, boss.
You are welcome. I'm so proud of you again. You are such a smart man, just like Walter. You got it exactly. We got 4 engines producing income, and we're going to put it here and even grow it a 5th time. Imagine, and safely, completely secure. The same security as like Visa, MasterCard, and Tip Top Banking. Like, think about that. No fear, zero risk. Like, I don't know. You already know it doesn't get better. It just doesn't get better. All right, we got Big Sam on the call. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, the boss man. You know, looking at what is going on in this space right now, you are more than a superstar. You are a legend, man, in the crypto space. Now, looking at the era and the trend that we are right now, for the past 4 or 5 days, 6 days, past 2 weeks, so many systems going down, and everyone calling me, asking me, hey, bro, I've been seeing you on the move. You are on the move back to back. What's going on in your hood? I think we got something to read, man. We have a plug that understands timing, that understands system that I read. So with what he's doing, we are focusing more on the multiple stream from December to date. He's been collecting money back to back, man. It's been awesome. And I want to say, looking at the exchange right now with what I'm seeing on the Surex, I'm a trader. Even as I speak to you, I'm a Binance doing some features. You know, personally, I saw this particular one. I think I'll begin to see some reason why you brought the system in at this point in time, because it's a money making machine engine where you can store, you can also do several exchange, and not just that. You can multiply your money in multiple ways. That is a no-brainer, man, because you have all the sectors put together in one community, and that's going to change so many lives. I appreciate what you're doing, boss. And of course, Nigeria will feel the vibe very soon, because the streets everywhere need to understand that in this crypto space, this era that we are, you don't do one thing, because multiple stream is the key, is the way out, because we don't have that energy to begin to focus on crying on collapse system. But with what we have, no one fears, no one cry, no one complain, because we just keep pushing, and making all the baking, and of course, spread our wings, multiple stream. I know that before the end of this year, we will plug in on 10 engines. That will make some crazy sense, man. Thank you, boss. I love what you're doing, man. I appreciate it. One love.
You are so welcome. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for staying close, and thank you for being you. I'm not stopping. You know, you guys get it. You guys see it. And I really want to bring the best to my family. And again, the pioneer part, when Lillian was here, she understood that one really clear. Like, there's something about being at the beginning of the best and then going forward with it as a family like we are. We get to spread this stuff around the world. We're the first ones, you know, and that is so key of a position. You heard Marcos yell, wow. You saw Walter like almost fall out of his chair just now, you know, like he's watched everything. Like, Walter watched me like a movie since 2020. He write the documentary on me, that guy. Okay, that's how much he watches. He listens and watches everything. And you know, right now I'm all like jacked up because I'm so happy that you guys are happy. You get it. You understand how hard I'm working. And you're right about the engines. We're not stopping with the engines, ladies and gentlemen. There's more coming. I'm not done hunting. I'm not done multiple streams of income. I'm not even close to being done. We are diversity 2030. We have mega goals till 2030. That's 7 and a half years or whatever ahead of us here. And so just stay close and understand this is not the end of anything. This is just the beginning of everything, you know, like it's just the beginning. And I've been at this since 2020. Like I've actually had that vision since 2020 to 2030. It was a 10-year vision. And again, Walter has been with me since 2020 and he's seen it all. And again, we had failures. The marketplace was scammy. There was lots of Ponzi's. There was less that we could trust. There was things that didn't pay. There was all kinds of, you know, stuff going on, and it's still the Wild West. You guys know it is. It's still risky as it gets, but we are doing better at it, like you just said, Sam, because we're diversifying. We have multiple streams of income, and now we have a hub to bring it all home safely, securely, with no risk, you know, and these are really important things. And when you really understand how this all links together, this is so important to be able to have this kind of position in the crypto space. We're going to be the ultimate team in the world, all of us, in the crypto space. Nobody, and I mean nobody, this is my mandate, is going to be able to touch us. They can just join us. That's it, because we've got it all figured out way before anybody else. I've been working on this blueprint for years, and we have it dialed now. And now we have all the tools, and there's still more coming, but for now we have all of the best tools to become multimillionaires. Everybody in the family, like there's even no excuse. Even the ones that just want to make money on autopilot and do nothing, we got an answer. If you want to work hard, we got millions for you. Like it's just incredible how we've been able to put all of this stuff together for everybody to win. This is all about winning, man, and it's going to get better and better and better. Let's hear from Solomon now. Go ahead, Solomon. Unmute yourself.
Wow, this is great, awesome. This night actually confirmed to me what Don Malaki has been saying about you, Mr. John.
Yeah, you really believe you're a believer now, Justin Believer.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes. I really appreciate the energy. You know, flowing for hours without stopping. You are really doing great. You are really doing great. I really appreciate that. Meanwhile, these projects, to me, I call it financial breakthrough suits in crypto ecosystem. So it's just like a suit. And I really thank you for bringing this to us. It's really great. It's really awesome. In fact, I can't wait to just move out and start, you know, talking to leaders around and bringing them on board. Because what I saw, what I witnessed this night is very, very huge. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Solomon. I'm going to make some documents with Walter for everybody. And then those documents, Marcos is going to dress them up in Canva. So I'll get Walter to make the schematic, and then Marcos will make it, you know, sexy. And then you guys will all have the PDF to show people how the hub of the exchange in our family works, and then how all of our engines are wrapped around that, and how we're diversifying and multiple streams of income are all flowing. We're going to show you guys, it's called a flow chart, and we're going to make something really easy that anyone can look at. You can just put the paper in front of someone and they'll be like, oh my God, I get it. This is genius. And that's what you're going to get. So that hopefully we can get that done by next week. And then we'll give that out to everybody. That PDF is going to go to everybody. And I mean, everybody. And Don and those guys will probably print it on paper for all their hotel events and all that sort of stuff. And you can print it to paper and give it to someone. They can take it home, show their wife, look at what my guys are doing. You know, look what these geniuses have come up with. And that's how it's going to be. Like, we're going to show the world how we're really going to flow this and how this is all going to go. All right, we got Denny next. Let's hear from him.
Hey, Jen. I'm happy to be on this Zoom. Hi, my friend.
Hi.
Yes, I'm
good, looking fresh.
I'm one of your peeps now down in your Surex. I just joined, well, just as you started the Zoom call. I'll tell you, I did Forex myself a few years back, and I just love that you have something that gives options to grow. And, you know, the timing is good. I got these coins on Binance and some other cold wallets that I want, you know, they're doing nothing, and I want to get them out of there. And now I just found the platform to put it on. And
yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell me, yeah, convert them to, you know, let's say USDT, send it over, whatever coins I have, or if it's better BTC, Ethereum, I can do that. I'm just waiting for my verify to go through, and then I'll be able to do some deposits. And thank you, Jen, for this opportunity. I've been with you now since January, with these opportunities now. And I can tell people, man, I just keep winning with you. I just love you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
You're the best, Denny. And like I said about you before, you do understand crypto really well. And thank you for listening and learning. And you and your wife used to come to my Bitcoin workshops, and you spent the energy and time to learn. And now you can see today. Look at today. Today is May 25th, and look how far you've come. And look at how the answers come, and the light bulbs. Like, you see it now, don't you? You really do. It's amazing, isn't it? You got to unmute yourself. So 1 sec here. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. There you go.
A great teacher. This is what people have to understand. You're a man of your word. You're patient with people, whether they are just starting. You helped me bring confidence. I got scammed before. I had lost confidence. I went to see you, and you took me out of the gutter, you could say. And now, guys, I'm financially free thanks to Jen. So even if you have a bad situation that happens, it happens. But you have to look at working to get out of the gutter, and that's what Jen did for me. He slowly started me on some stuff, and then when he had these platforms, we are so grateful, man. We are so grateful. I'm home. I do my shit in just a few minutes. And all of the money I get. So again, kudos to you, Jen. I'm in here. I got some coins. We'll be chatting about converting them so I can send them to this platform and making bacon. I love this thing.
Woo! Woo! Awesome, Denny. I'll see you soon, and you know how to get a hold of me. I'll help you with everything.
I'm gonna get a hold of you because I got some coins I want to dump right into the time.
I know how to help you. Don't worry. We'll help you out. We got it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you too. All right, Deborah, you're next.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi there.
Yep. So this is your fifth one, and I'm in 4 of them. So from starting from this, initially, when I saw it, I said, oh, trading, I don't have time for trading because I'm doing 2 jobs, so I won't have time to do this. But then what I understand by watching the presentation, we can earn 3 different ways. We can follow a trader. So with a set time, we don't have to be worrying about watching things. We can stake, and we can put in the liquidity. Is that correct?
That is correct. So the auto trade, you understand, you're following a trader and you don't have to trade. The staking is making interest in the bank, which you understand. And then the third thing is the liquidity pool is like being an investor in the Surex company. Like, you are now like an investor getting a dividend every single day. So really cool.
Okay, great. Yeah, really, really love this. And then you have the options and the future that, I mean, if you're a trader, you can go ahead and do that.
Correct. And don't forget, you're making another stream of income as an affiliate, as a networker, because you can actually go out there and market this now, and you don't trade, and I don't trade anymore because I'm too busy, but there's millions of people that trade, and they get cut off by Binance and all these other ones. I had a friend, listen here, I had a friend that had $4.5 million, $4.5 million in Binance futures, and they froze his funds and kept it on him. And that's one story. Binance does this to thousands and thousands of people. Binance is actually not as friendly as it's made up to be. They actually mess with people's lives and their money. And so this is an answer. There's so many people living with pain out there that actually want to be part of a system like this. And even though Deborah doesn't trade and Jan doesn't trade, the fact that we can introduce this and give them that quality that they expect and the better house to do their business in and do their trading in is a godsend. And they're going to love us and Deborah and me forever for giving them this opportunity. So don't forget that.
Yes, this is really great. I mean, I used to do on Bybit, and I'm in Canada, and we actually have this also because we no longer could trade on that. Also had Binance one. I had I think it was, I forget the coin that I had on it, and I had to move that off also. So it's great that this is registered in Canada, because so many other programs I'm in, and because they're not registered in Canada, Canada put a blockage, so that is great. And definitely will be sharing this with some other people in my crypto group. Yeah, because I used to do perpetual trading, just small amount, but
Yeah, I know it.
stop. So yeah, this is great. I like the variety that you can earn from. So yeah, really love this one.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for knowing what we got here in your hands. I know. Are you happy? Are you happy
Yes,
now?
I am happy. Yes, I'm happy. Great.
That's what matters to me. I care about the people first and the money second. The money's obvious, but the happiness is what I'm trying to make sure everyone's happy. And once we get that flow chart going, and I know you're in some of our engines as well, once you see how all that, and we give you a strategy on how to do that too, oh my goodness, you're gonna be so happy, next level happy. You're gonna see how this all flies. You'll really be happy. So stay close, okay? Stay close.
Okay, great. Thanks.
There's a question that came in the chat. Can we fiat in and fiat out on this?
Not yet, but you can through my bank. So my bank can fiat in and fiat out. So I have an answer for that, of course, too. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So in a minute, we'll have to put them through the banking portion of my division there, but definitely we can. We can take wires from around the world and send them right into Surex. Absolutely. So the answer is yes, just not with Surex, but you can through my bank, my crypto bank. We can definitely help you. Okay, Phil, you're next.
Hey, baby boy, what's going on, buddy?
Happening?
Yeah, this is so exciting, man.
We're legal in America. We're legal in America, bro.
Legal in America and Canada, and this completes the circle of wealth, my friend.
Thank you.
I love it. I love
Power
it.
of this?
Oh my God.
The power, right?
I'm just still trying to wrap my mind around it. But yeah, I see it, man. I see the vision. I'm stoked. I am super stoked to get going with this. Did you share your link, by the way? I couldn't find it yet.
It's in the chat, but I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. I'll give it to you there.
Send it to me on WhatsApp. Awesome, brother. Can we, any chance we can connect? I got a couple real big players I needed to introduce you to.
Let's do a Zoom tomorrow, 100% then. Let's set up a time for Zoom tomorrow, okay?
Beautiful, my guy. Beautiful. Much love, brother.
Tomorrow, Fridays and Saturdays, I don't do any nightly Zooms like this. So those are my 2 days where I can do this. That's why I stopped doing Zooms every day. So Friday and Saturday days, in my world, my time days, your different time zone, but I have 2 days available now to help you close some deals, work with the whales, whatever you want, okay? So I'm all yours for the next 2 days.
Awesome. That's awesome. Let's get synergistic and get everybody calibrated. And this is awesome, man. Let's make some bacon. I'm just so thankful. Everybody that's on here, man. This guy's a blessing to the world. It's just incredible. Thank you so much for everything you do, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for being part of the family, man. Appreciate you big time.
Much love, man. Much love. All right, man. We'll talk soon.
Yep. Okay. Let's go with Sexy Remy. What's he got to say? Let's hear you, Sexy.
Oh my freaking God. You're the God, Jan. This exchange is going to be game changer because Binance in Canada kind of fucked me in the ass.
Oh, I know.
And then when I heard about Surex, this is going to be awesome for me. Thank you so much for introducing this to us.
And you see the growth on autopilot there too? Like you don't have to do anything.
Oh yeah,
just grow on autopilot.
I can allow traders to trade my coins for me. That's freaking awesome.
And you don't even have to do it that long, like you saw. Like you just do it for 7 days, like whatever you feel comfortable with. Watch this guy, try this guy until you find the guy that you like, and you can stay with that guy for a year, right? Like that, just keep rolling, right? It's amazing.
Is it possible to connect API if there's connect bots?
Definitely, yeah. That's all coming down the highway. Like we're brand new, but definitely that's all there. Don't worry, you'll see. We have to get more coins listed, which they're coming, and we're gonna get APIs. They're coming. Everything will evolve. And remember, you're pioneer mode. You're here at the start, bro. Like the shop just opened, and you're in now.
Oh yeah, and then plus like connect to your Bank of Jan.
Oh,
That'd be,
you know that.
that would be awesome.
Oh, you wait to see that one too. I'm going to do a whole Zoom around that myself too. So I got so much work ahead of me, but I don't mind. I like working. All right. Thank you. Remus. You're the best. All right, Luciano, you're next. Let's hear from you.
Hey, John. Very quick observation. Great one. I like what you presented. I noticed on the menu there is no Spanish because I want to try to push it out here in Latin America. So I don't know if you have a connection with the owners to put the Spanish menu.
I will do it for sure. Don't worry. Did you try using Google to in Chrome and then converting the website to Latino?
I know. I mean, I can do it. It's just because some people in Latin America, they don't speak Spanish.
I'm going to get it all done. And not just Spanish. I'm going to get Russian, German. You'll see. I have all the languages all going in there. It's all going to be converted. And thank you so much. And you know what you can do for me? You can write me a message on Telegram or WhatsApp. You have me somewhere. Sure. And just write me that. And then I'm going to show that to the guys that my guys like you already want this today. You know, I'm going to push your push on them. So you guys listening, everybody listening, if you want something, give it to me and I'll push it up the ladder. You know how I do things. So just tell me what you want and I'll get it done. That's how this works. I take care of my family.
Perfect. Thank you.
And you can see, hey, Lucci, you can see how this is like the hub, and you can see how this all.
Yeah, no, I see. I like the I like the ST token part. That because you can get in there before it goes to the market. I mean, I wish I could have bought BNB when it was at 10 cents.
I did.
I know you did.
And guess what? You just said the wish, okay? Think about how many millions of people wish that too, and now they can do that here. Just think about that for a minute. Think about that.
You got my haha moment there. I know.
I know you know. Think about that one. All right. Thank you so much. Let's get to work. Okay, God's baby. Let's hear from you. A couple more, and then we got to sleep here.
Thank you very much, John Gregory.
You're welcome.
Just
Thank
a quick
you.
question. A quick question. Do we get the option of compounding as reinvesting whatever we make of this platform?
No, there's no option of compounding anything yet. So the answer is no today. But if you work with us in our diversity program and you're working with the other platforms we have, Walter and I are going to create a flow chart how this compounds in a larger way. And Andy's going to even wrap his head around that. You're going to see how we do this. But by maximizing our platforms and all of our earnings into the exchange and then back out again, it'll be one ginormous compounding effect, one gigantic one. And you'll see the turbocharging of the gains and the wealth that comes from that. We're going to show you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. And thanks. Keep coming to the Zooms. Don't give up. Stay close. All right, Azalu Jenny, your hands up. Go ahead, Azalu Jenny. We can hear you. Unmute yourself first. Try it again. There you go.
All right, bonsoir. Good evening, house. How you doing? Thanks so much.
So good. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I want the PDF on French. I want everything concerning French language because I'm a code over.
No problem. We'll get you French for sure. 100%. French, Spanish will be the first two that we're going to do. And we'll make sure the website has a French button too, so you can click it and everything will change to French. We'll get that done for you, honey. Don't worry. We're on it.
All right. Thanks.
Woo! Let's make some bacon. All right. Peculiar Queen, last one, and then we're going to sleep. Go ahead, Peculiar.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Good day, bro.
Thank you. Are you happy?
I'm very happy to meet you. Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I just want to ask some question here.
Go ahead.
Okay, can somebody do, apart from all the presentation, can somebody also do a personal on trading?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to have we're going to have the traders coming in and teach everyone trading as well. You bet they are. Yeah, we'll have trading workshops, and you can actually learn how to trade yourself through our workshops. 100%. That's part of the big plan. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you very much. That's all I just want to ask. Thank you very much.
Get ready and stay close. I want to see you next Thursday because we're going to put $30 in your account next Thursday. So make sure you come back, okay?
Remarkable. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Gene, go ahead. Gene D, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Gene has her hand up, or he can unmute. Okay, well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Don, you want to say something?
No, just a kind of summary. I think we have done, and we are done. And is Marcos around? I think he has gone.
I still see
what I want to just
go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, just what I'll just add to what you have said earlier. Let our community also understand our diversity 2030 movement. If you get a chance to know what is going on in the ecosystem around Jan and what we're doing, you will understand that you can stick with us and stick with this movement for the next 7 years without having to miss anything. When I discovered the movement personally by December, I saw it around January, February, discussed with some of my men around here. We now knew that everything we need around running around network, doing things, they are all here. Just like Big Sam rightly said, he said a lot of systems are going down everywhere in the world. People are of course, it may not be anybody's fault. It's bound to go down at some point. But look at what we're doing in the ecosystem where our brand is since January up to now. All the 4 or 5 engines are still steaming. And that goes a long way to show the kind of leader you follow. Because I tell our leaders here in Nigeria that Spartan's diversity movement is a hurricane. It's something that will attract all and sundry. Because when the road is good, we want to attend that road again. Like they say, one good turn deserves another. I said, Jan has been the pioneer of this movement alongside with myself and some other leaders around Nigeria, like Big Sam and Prince. We have been moving and be showcasing that this has been a movement that will stay for a long time. And today, again, 6 months down the lane, with 5 engines working, none of them has ever steamed down, has proven that we have a long way to go. So all I can encourage everybody on this call here is let's stay together as a team, work as a team, plan with this and this kind of leadership. There is nothing on the space of the earth that you cannot achieve. You're not going to cry anymore at some point that a system is going down around your corner. No. You're going to stick with all your leaders for the next 7 years because at every point in time, something is going on around you. And that is what Jan has brought to the table. Nobody in the space presently in the world is doing this thing. So everybody, wherever you are, be it United States, UK, America, Canada, everywhere, all of you know that what I'm saying is a fact. Nobody presently, and I think it's something we need to put on together and change the world at once. This should be a movement of transformation in the history of MLM. And I know we can achieve it. So this is just what I want to say. And I know Nigeria is already on fire. Africa is taking, we are covering everywhere here and even over there in the Europe. So I know we're going to go a long way. So Jan, thank you once again for what you're doing. Why everybody go to sleep? Link up with whoever invited you here. Get a link. Stay in your structure. Let's move together as one family. God bless you again. Thank you very much, Jan.
Awesome.
And wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I just want everyone to know that I'm working hard for you. I care about you all. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody grow. I want financial stability for the planet in crypto. All the crypto citizens deserve financial stability. And the reason you've chosen crypto is because you probably had regular financial instability. And crypto is the only segment on planet Earth to emancipate everyone. This is Emancipation 101, ladies and gentlemen. And if you believe in it, and you have the faith and you follow and you use the software and you take our leadership and you use the tools and you do the work, you are going to live a life of betterment. And it's real. It's not fake. We have changed the lives of thousands and thousands of people already, and we're not stopping. Keep that in mind. We are not stopping at all. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Good night, all. I'll see you again on Surex next Thursday. It's Thursday nights. You guys can count on it. We'll be back next week with $30 for everybody. Make sure you get registered and have all your codes, okay? And it's game on. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you guys understand the vision.
Thank you.
So glad.
Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Jenny. Thank you.
Thank
guys
you.
can unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Thanks, Jan. Wicked, man.
Thanks,
Wicked.
Jen. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Thanks,
Thank you, everybody.
Jen.
So happy you're
He
here.
loving himself. Thank you so much, boss.
Walter's not going to sleep tonight. Walter is
Thank
on
you.
cloud nine right now.
Yeah, I gotta get to
Happy
work.
birthday, buddy.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Gracias,
Prince.
gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, Big Sam.
Thank you,
Really
Big
for this
Sam.
time.
Thank
Really.
you,
everyone.
John.
My man, my man.
Thank
you, John.
Gracias, gracias.
Muchos gracias.
Yes, my brother.
Go to bed, brother.
All
Go to
in
bed.
one.
Woo!
Let's go, power of people.
Power to the
Yay!
people. It's all about the people, man. It's all about power to the people. You know it. Good night.
Yeah.